Hi, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Welcome back. Can't see anybody on yet, but we're here to talk about all things football related. Also, just to find out how people's weekend has been. We just had the bank holiday. Obviously, the Queen's funeral. So we're going to see how that has all affected us, affected the football. We're into international week, so we're going to be looking at the teams and who will be picked for the England team and various other teams as well. We have got a couple of people in the back room waiting to come on. Chile will be with us a bit later. He's running late. And Kofi's in transit right now, flying over to Naples, about to do some forensic what happened over there a couple of weeks ago. Getting slapped 4-1. So he's on his way to Naples. If he's watching, I'm sure he will put himself in the comments, but he won't be with us today. But listen, we're gonna carry on with the show. If you're new, subscribe, and hit the like button on the road to 300. I've been saying that every week. But listen, we're gonna keep going. I don't care. We're gonna keep going. We want to build this community. It's a pleasure working with the guys that have come and taken time out to just come and talk all things football. You know, we all got something in common, and I love for football. Let me I've seen something come in the chat. So just before I do that, let me just stick the old banner up so we know what's rolling. Let's see what we got in the chat. Yes, and my man Sentiments is there. Yeah, big up Sentiments. How you doing, brother? Good to have you on the show. Hopefully there'll be more people joining you on the show. But without further ado, I'm going to bring on the lads. First of all, let me bring in Mr. Big D and Mr. Ez. As I said,
man's like Ez.
What's going on? What's going on? D? What's going on, Norms?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, all good. 3/4 of us in on the show. But listen, as I said, Kofi is in transit on the way to Naples to do some forensic after Liverpool got slapped. And Chile is running a little bit late, but hopefully will join us a bit later for the show. And again, we'd like to just big up to Mr. Sentiments, the first on. And hopefully there'll be more joining in as we go into the internationals. And the internationals, again, has to disrupt things, right? You know what I mean? Oh, boy. I was so looking forward to, us continuing our momentum. But listen, the internationals are here, and the League of Nations, whatever it is, we have to play that. And yeah, it is what it is. I know Big D is not really of the internationals or the England team. I don't know about for Ez, but we'll find out sooner or later. Big up, Craig. How you doing, bro?
Yes, Craig. What are you saying, Bridget?
Yeah, it's good to have you on the show. And yeah, we're going to go for it. But before we talk about what we've got lined up for the show this evening, let me first of all come to Mr. D, and just first of all ask you how your weekend has been. I know it's been actually, as a matter of fact, we bucked up at the weekend, so we can talk about that. And obviously the bank holiday, we had the Queen's funeral as well, so we had an extra day off. So yeah, hold on, let me just plug my yeah, that's better. Right, okay, yeah. So it's been a mad weekend. So D, yeah, how's it going, man?
Yeah, not bad, Norm. As you say, very much a full-on weekend. With obviously with the funeral of the Queen, and me and Norman, we got to hook up with a long-time brother and celebrate his 60th birthday. So we had celebrations in the middle of the country in mourning. But I think it had to be done. There has to be a balance here. Because I said to somebody after the first funeral, and we're watching the whole thing to Westminster, I was kind of liking. I was like, this is kind of, because it just was. It was a little heavy, and with all the loss that has gone on, it's kind of hard to see them just kind of putting a stiff upper lip for the public, because that's what it felt like. You know what I mean? Charles looked absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
Definitely.
still walking. I'll be like, bro, jump in the car. It's all good, Bridging. No one's going to judge you. You're 73 years old. Jump in one of the cars, bro. But he decided to soldier on and thing, you know what I mean? So you have to respect him for that. But I mean, it was a spectacle. I looked at it and I said, how much is this costing us? Is it costing us? Are we? Is this on us?
I'm quite sure it is on us. I'm quite sure.
There's no disrespect to the Queen, but I just thought, is this on us? Because my Lord, that was a day. That was a day and a half.
Proper. I mean, I was driving on. I went to see my dad, and I was driving past the shops, and all the shops were closed. All like the major stores were closed.
Yeah,
couldn't get nothing. no bread or money. We couldn't get nothing. And I remember on the way back, it must have been after 6. All of a sudden, all the shops were open again. So obviously the main. You know, the main section of it, has obviously gone past and everything, and they've decided, let's, out of respect now, you know, close the shops, but open it up now back to the general public. So, it was mad.
Yeah, but you know that whole closing down, they do this in Spain. They have the siesta, and they just lock it down. Nothing is open. And then by around 5:30, everything is mad again. You're like, okay. And I actually like that, actually. It brings a level of control to a place where
it's literally we're always on the go, aren't we? We're always on the go. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know what I mean, it does. I mean, my missus, she's calling me a royalist. I'm not a royalist. I mean, obviously I was watching it on the phone and she was like, wait, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say what she said, but she said she's kind of glad for the day off. And I said, come on, Jay, come on, man. A little bit more respect here, you know what I mean? But look, it is what it is. But it was I mean, when you saw it, I mean, to put that together,
mad, wasn't it? And Norman will remember, we have a mutual friend, Harold, that used to work at the Palace, so he used to have to do all this stuff, for the weddings and all that kind of stuff. So
he was kind of giving. I noticed in one of our chats, he was giving a running commentary.
because he understood the protocol of what's and how it needed to happen, which was kind of deep, you know what I mean? But he used to be involved in helping to put the weddings and the funerals together. So working at Buckingham and thing, you know what I mean, back in the day. But man.
I mean, he definitely kept us in the loop. And
I mean, a great send off. And I think she deserved that. And I'm gonna be honest, I do worry for them without the Queen, as in the royal family. I do worry for them. You know what I mean? I don't want to get political on here, but you know, man's are telling me Andrew going to prison and thing because they said the Queen was protecting him, and I'll be like, oh Lord, and and all these kind of things are coming out, and like you say, in weddings and funerals, it will bring out the good and the bad in people. So it's going to be interesting how King Charles III moves forward.
No, that'd be interesting. I mean, I knew somebody that queued up 2 people actually. One person queued up for 13 hours just to walk past the coffin, and another one queued up for 16 hours. Like, wow.
And the thing is, you know what? And the rumor mills are saying that her body wasn't even in there. I hope that's not true, though. Because that's a mazz. If that was...
I mean, it is a mazz. I mean, we don't know what kind of goes on and that kind of level. You know what I mean? So, bro, I just leave it to the imagination.
I said to Sheena, I hope the body was actually in that coffin, because people really made some sacrifices to light the streets, boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then at the end of it, they had a private ceremony.
Yeah. The third one was private.
The third one, but it was a whole long day, man. I mean, as I said, it must have cost a few. I don't know, millions. I might be going to the billions here. Yeah, it might be going to the billions here. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's close to billions.
It's got to be billions, isn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah,
it's absolutely got to be. You know what I mean? And obviously, with all of that affecting the football and whatnot, sometimes it has to take a back seat. But then there are other people that are saying, why does football have to suffer? But listen, it is what it is. We've got fixture pile-ups. As teams, we've got to deal with that. You know what I mean? Because I know for Arsenal in October, we've got something like 9 games. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's same as us between the Europa.
Right. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same for Chelsea as well.
Cancelled ones.
Yeah, and the cancelled ones as well. So
you probably won't see the cancelled ones, Norm, until next year. I don't see where, with the World Cup coming, I don't see where they slot them in. So they'll be played next year. The ones that were, the 2 that we had cancelled anyway, will be maybe January, February time. They'll squeeze them in.
Yeah. So, Mr. Ez,
yes,
what do you say, brother? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just looked as well. Chelsea's got 9 fixtures in October as well. Crazy.
Right. So we're all in the same boat. You know what I mean?
That's not sustainable, is it? Injuries.
Nah,
that's all I'm envisioning is injuries, man, and injuries to key players that I don't want.
No, that's
okay.
not good.
Our accountant Craig has just done a quick calculation, and the
4.1 billion.
Apparently, watch the funeral. Oh, right. That's what's the funeral.
Okay.
I was going to say, just 1 second there. I was going to say, was that the cost of it? You know what I mean?
If that was...
unless Eds, did Todd Bowley pay for it? I don't know. Did
Todd pay for that? Yeah.
No doubt he probably tried to organize a dinner there. And all sorts.
I'm quite sure he did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, wow, 4.1 billion. That is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. But yeah, so how did you sort of deal with the whole weekend?
Do you know what? I found myself kind of following most of the protocols. You know, I mean, the weekend itself was a decent weekend. Well done to Arsenal, by the way. Great result for you guys. Me and D was watching on because our matches got cancelled, so we had to watch everyone else. But back to the funeral for a sec. I watched pretty much the whole thing, man. I was quite intrigued. To be honest, I was admiring a lot. I don't necessarily agree in hierarchy or monarchy, but the organization was incredible. I can't tell you the last time I've seen something so perfectly run as a massive event.
Orchestrated, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Serious. So hats off for, I guess, excellence in action.
Yeah. But all of this, listen, all of this was planned from obviously things change, time and whatever, but all of this was planned years ago. And now King Charles now is there. Now, yes, if they haven't started planning already, they're gonna have to start planning.
But do you know what I was thinking? You see them pallbearers,
yeah,
mates.
All that pressure for, as Craig just said, 4 billion people watching, and you can't make a listen, and that's prone for a mistake, you know. As much as you rehearse and practice, like everyone watching is the queen you're carrying, you know.
Yeah.
One buckle, one trip, one
buckle, man. Literally, I was just fascinated watching. You know, when they all start marching and everybody was in sync, man. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? I was like.
You don't know, I used to do Boys Brigade, right? And I played in the marching band, and literally the band leader would have I call it the staff of correction. This proper chrome thing that he would spin and all that, and then he would start it with the left, right. That's how we start you off, and then mate, dare you miss a beat on the drum or a step, parade. When we used to do parade, you know. It was so intense. So when I'm watching that, I had flashbacks to Boys Brigade. And I'm like, you have to
did he try to go and fit in there with your Boys Brigade?
Boy, you know what? I'm surprised they never had something like that. The Boys Brigade and the Girl Brigade representing. You know what I mean? Because it's been a big thing in this country.
I guess the funny side, just to take some seriousness away from this. Norms, I hope Arteta were watching and he start getting ideas of what he can do in training sessions. You know what I mean?
Just keeping them military, you know? Yeah.
Okay, guys. Come on. Right, now listen. I'm not gonna lie though. Arteta's got us playing some military position football right now. You know what I mean?
I'm jealous.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got a lot of people bigging up Arsenal the way we're playing. I'm seeing a difference in terms of our style of football, and you can see structure. Do you know what I mean? And just interesting enough, that talking about structure, I mean, everybody might have heard Jack Grealish's interview, and he was just sort of saying, because there was rumours, there was talk about him wanting to leave Man City, he doesn't feel that he's fitting in, and so on and so on and so on. And he came out basically to sort of say that he hasn't got no issue, him and Pep are on good terms and whatnot, but what he's finding it difficult is transitioning from Aston Villa, where he had all the freedom of the park.
He was the man.
He was the man. And he's saying coming into Man City, it's a totally different setup. It's structured.
Systems.
And I suppose a question I might be able to throw out here. We got lots of time to talk about it and talk about systems. And the systems. I mean, do you have to have good players, right? Individual players, or is it systems? Because if you look at Barcelona and you looked at Real Madrid, for argument's sake, Real Madrid, they were known as Galacticos because they had all individual great players and whatever. Yeah. But when I look at the Barcelona teams that used to go up against Real Madrid under Pep, what I saw, and I've spoken about, I like simplistic football. When you watch Barcelona, it's simplistic football.
Yeah.
But you can see that it's played in a system and you can see that it's very structured. And that's what I see that Pep brings to Man City. And now to a degree now, seeing what Arteta, and I don't even want to hear you say it, D, because I can see your head going already, right? I'm just I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if you look now, he's getting the kind of the right players in. Yeah, he has to get the right players in to work within a system. And what I do see with Arsenal now, before I couldn't see a style of play. When he first came, I couldn't see a style of play. Could that be down to the fact that he didn't have the right players to do it, or was it the fact that he just wasn't a good coach?
No. I think they go hand in hand, don't they? I think you can't have personnel alone or just the system alone. A system can only take you so far, and personnel can only take you so far. Hence why Pochettino with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe couldn't do nothing in the Champions League last year. He had all the players, he had all that firepower, but his system was weak. Yeah. And it's not like he ain't got good players there, even behind them players. He does. However, when you look at someone like Graham Potter, that was getting something out of like Brighton from a system. The system was so good that you don't need world class. It will get. But now, imagine merging the two worlds. You've got a good system, like someone like Graham Potter, or someone like I would even say Targ. And now you get your personnel to make that system thrive. And then, okay, Norms, to bring this to life for you, then I think Arteta's had his system worked on for a while, but then you see when you just drop a Jesus in that, and you drop a Saliba in that, there's a big difference.
Change,
And the players come together.
Discipline, especially when you talk about disciplined strikers as well. That
my goodness,
that one can hold the ball up, two create space for those guys coming from the flanks, and I think if you look at Jesus, he's very good at that.
Yeah,
this is why I said that if Martial can stay fit, because Martial is a very similar player in he can hold the ball up, which Ronaldo and Rashford don't do well, and bring in the wing guys, you know what I mean, and bring in a Bruno Ghostin or a Ericsson Ghostin into the box.
Yeah,
this why like for you guys, Norman, you guys have got to spend and get a better bench in January. Get two more players.
Listen, I can't agree with you anymore.
So you're not putting on a 15-year-old kid. You know that once.
Listen, first of all, let's. I know you want to talk about. Let's applaud this 15-year-old. 15 years and 5 months, or 15 years and 181 days. The youngest player
ever,
to play in the Premier League. I think behind RB Elliott, who obviously for Liverpool, I think he was 16 and some other days. But this guy, Ethan, and if I can pronounce his name, because I think it's a silent N, and Weary or Waneri or whatever. He came on. Listen, all right, he came on. He done his 3 minute debut stint. Didn't really touch the ball, and you got a lot of haters out there. I must say. I was listening to what's his name? Danny Mills. Danny Mills and the other guy, your ex-Chelsea man back in the day. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That guy. They were having a moan and saying, Arteta. He was trying to basically make it out that it was all about Arteta and stuff like that. Now,
I don't agree with that.
I think my thing was this. Yeah, if say he had come on, right? Just say he had come on in those 3 minutes and scored a goal. Yeah. What would have been? What would they have said then? The fact that
he would have been the headline, Norman.
Yeah, he would have been.
He would have been the headline.
He would have been the back page. Yeah, he'd have been the back page of the tabloids.
Yeah.
So, I think the point was, I think the point was, and I get both sides. I get why Arsenal and their fan base in particular are gassed about this, and actually, no one else really cares. I totally get it, because if it was a 15-year-old from Chelsea, I'd be quite happy to see that. But actually giving a 15-year-old 3 minutes isn't a compliment either. If you rate me, you're giving me more than that. In fact, if you rate
25 minutes, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Especially when my 3-0 up comfortable. If you rate me, as soon as that third goal goes in, get your shorts on, mate.
Let me say something about Arsenal. We're notorious, yeah. If I check a game, I can remember 2 games. Newcastle away where we was winning 4-0 and they came back and beat us.
That was a long time ago.
That was a lot. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, and then the Tottenham game where we was playing at the Emirates, and I think it was who equalised. I think it was Aaron Lennon. I think equalised.
Yeah. But that's kind of my point, then, Norms.
And what I'm trying to say, just imagine if he came on with 10, 15 minutes ago and it went a bit pear-shaped, then, he would have got the heat, or Arteta would have got the heat and said, like, what are you bringing on a guy, Brentford away? Yeah. It's not
that's
an
my
easy place
point,
to go.
then.
And they're known for coming back as well.
That's my point, then. So if he's not good enough to be trusted to see out a game just as well, to be a part of this squad, then bringing me on for 3 minutes isn't anything. That's not you telling me that because me as a 15-year-old, then I'm thinking, right, I'm good enough to be in this squad now because the manager's giving me my debut. But the truth is, we're not going to see him next week.
No, that's the point. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but you know what? As well, this is the 1 plus side. At least he never came on for 3 minutes and took the captain's armband. Let me leave that alone here. And this is not me even being personal. This is like, why would you?
Wow.
If the kid had gone up to who's your captain there, Norm? Now I can't think of who your captain is now. It's a defender, isn't it? Odegaard, right? Oh, he's injured, isn't he? Odegaard,
yeah, he's injured. So listen, Granit Xhaka, the Matchman Lion, Granit Xhaka, mate. And I'll tell you right now, he seems to be winning over a lot of Arsenal fans. I mean, believe it or not, and he's doing his job. He's played further at the field, but this kind of box to box kind of what he's doing now.
Because he's got an engine, Norm. He's got an engine. He's got an engine.
The only thing about it is when he was playing, especially when he plays deeper, and if he's not press resistant, he hasn't got temperament for that. Not like what's his name, Thomas Partey.
You can't press him. You can't press Partey.
Can't press Partey. Whereas my man, he just if he's in the box, you just frightened if he's going to make a tackle. You know what I mean? Give away a penalty or do something stupid. Now he's playing much further up the field, but he's doing his job. And I think the same thing, the same way he's playing for his country as well. He's doing that same job for Arsenal and playing much further. And I think that's what Arteta's found in him, that he's actually doing much better. He's arriving late in the box and he's creating and he's giving assists. What an assist! I mean, for that game, we'll talk about the game when we talk about the Premier League and the Europa League previews or reviews, should I say? But what an assist by him! But I mean, he got the captain armband and the fans were singing his name. So it is what it is. Things do change.
Which is what you want. But it's something that with you guys, Norm, that he's instilling that mental toughness. Because you know what it's like. You get to 80 minutes, and man just starts switching off, and suddenly the 2-0 becomes 2-0, and you say, we were cruising here. And I've seen it with our guys where even when Liverpool equalised in that Liverpool game, I still knew we were going to win that game because I thought he's got the right personnel in there that are not going to switch off, even though because the goal was sloppy, Liverpool goal was sloppy that we could see, but it's like nah, man. And then something that you mentioned to me about Harry when we were back in backstage before he came on live. I just had a quick read on that, and basically, he I think Maguire feels like Harry should have been dropped for Henderson. If you're reading between the lines, basically saying if I got dropped, he should have got dropped.
Right.
If you read him, if you're reading between the lines, he's saying
he was having a bit. He was having a bit.
He's having a dig. But then you got a drunk Brandon Williams. God knows where he was, at the boxing or somewhere. And some reporter, now this wasn't Ten Hag certified, so this kid gonna get his ass whooped, and he starts chatting about he's backing Harry Maguire, saying he's been a I heard about
they both come out.
Brandon, bro. Yeah, that's your boy, right? And you have to remember this is why he got sent out on loan, because he's one of them guys that's in that heavy drinking culture, and so he hit and miss in training. He had a period of time where he kept Luke Shaw out the team, and then the culture caught up with him, and then he got shipped out to Norwich on loan. He's come back because Norwich didn't take the option to buy him for whatever reason. I hope they would have, but that never happened. But then he's back in his captain now. But back your captain when you're sober, not when you're drunk, chatting nonsense about he's achieved a lot. He's achieved relegation. you know what I'm saying? And I get it. He's the club captain, so that's an achievement in itself. But he got the club captain because of the price tag, not because he was the leader of the crew. So there's a lot of what I call like misinformation or miscommunication, or like read the room and tell you why Harry got the captaincy. Ollie looked at the price tag and thought, well, he's a defender. You can see most of the pitch. I'll give it him. He didn't know who to give it to, you know. And so I look at that and say, when we finished second with that team, right? That was in the pandemic, I think, as well. Norm. There was a lot of. We won most of our games from moments of just moments of.
It was moments,
of individual.
Yeah, brilliant.
Talent rather than because I should say to you guys, I watched us play and I have no idea what we're doing. Like I can't see no triangles, I can't see nothing. I'm like, we're just waiting for Greenwood to come in from the left and bang one top bins, or Rashford to do the same thing. There was no, I saw the build-up play. We got 18 passes together as we carved them open. And none of that. It was just literally counter-attack, man do a couple of step overs and blaps goal, and we win the game. And this how Ollie got on with it, because true saying now, no one's really come after him. Now this week I'm hearing that Ollie coaches the under-14 team that his son plays in. How do you go from managing Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, to the under-14 team? Are you mad?
He's found his level.
No, and this on Talk Sport, this was, and I went, they've got to be winding me up. Then I Googled it, and it's true.
Wow.
He's coaching under-teens.
Wow.
Ollie gonna Solskjaer. I mean,
I don't
that
know.
don't make sense. That don't make sense, does it?
I need to double check that. That's not happening. That's not on. No way.
Hey,
Doubting Thomas, you need to see the print in the hand.
And if it's that social media and certain tabloids are just they're just clowning him, and it's not true. But when I googled it, it looks like it's true. And I said, Ollie can't.
I think he's seen the light. He's holding his face. So I think
he can't go from being at the helm at Old Trafford to the under-14s. Not even under-23s, you know.
Yeah,
under-14s, bro. Right. And then I heard that.
I think you know what it is. I think
for Brighton job.
He can control them.
You're
joking me.
But Brighton have
apparently he's been mentioned, didn't he, Norm? He's been mentioned.
But Brighton have got a new manager now.
Oh yeah, so he missed out on that one.
Yeah, so he's missed out on that one. So back to the under-14s.
He has to go League One, not League One, Championship or League One, isn't it?
Yeah.
And try and build himself again.
Go again.
And maybe mentally that was all too much for him, you know. Maybe he's mentally shocked, and the kids is where he's at mentally. You know what? I'm just gonna deal with the kids right now. I'll make my money because remember he got like what 7 million, 8 million payoff.
Listen, bruv.
So money ain't a thing for him now.
Yeah,
he got money. So yeah, go coach the kids, man. You know what? If that's where you're at, that's levels, though, isn't it? From Man United helm to under 40.
But listen, we can talk all night. All about Maguire and Man United, and that. I think we've pretty much rinsed and washed Man United over the past couple of months. So you know, I think you're out on the line to dry now. You know what I mean? And let's see what happens. But listen,
hold on.
Sorry, go on.
Hold on. It's even worse.
Go on.
Reveal.
It's not the Man United under 14s.
No,
it's the Norwegian. It's a Norwegian side's under 14s.
Right. Yeah.
That must be voluntary or something.
Has to
be. It's got to be.
Oh,
it's got to be.
He's on a YTS thing, isn't he? They're just giving his bus. He's probably getting his lunch and his bus fare to the club.
It's got to be.
Or taxi fare. It's a mad one.
It's got to be.
Christian Mund FC under 14s.
Lord of mercy.
I don't know what to say to you, D.
It's mad, isn't it?
Listen, mate. We'll see how that all turns out. Yeah, that's his. his new journey from under 14s.
That's levels, though, you know.
Back to the Premier League. Yeah, let's see what happens. But listen, I forgot to just share with everybody what we're gonna. Obviously, you guys know about it, so we are gonna look at Europe and the Prem review plus your ratings. I know some of the teams didn't play, so we only just if you want to rate your players for the European games, then we do that. If your team did play in the Premier League, then we'll do that. The second one is interesting thoughts from Thomas Frank, and it was something that he had said after the game on Sunday. Basically waxing lyrical about one of our players, well, most of our players, but one particular player. 14 minutes of mayhem. Will Brendan make it past the international break? That's something we need to talk about, mate. Brendan, brother. I don't know what's going to go up in there. And the other one is thoughts on certain players being called up or not for their international teams. And the last one I want to leave with you all is stop monkeying around. Was Pedro Bravo right to say this about Vinicius? And we will touch on that as well. Some stupidness going on in Spain. With regards to, if you can see, boys, keep dancing, boys. Keep dancing. You know what I'm saying? Craig has got a question for us. How many goals? Oh, wow. Will Ireland score in all competitions? Right. Currently, Ireland is on 14 goals. Is it 13 or 14? I think it's 14 goals. I think it's 14. It's 11 in the Premier League. Yeah. 11 in 7 and three goals in the Champions League.
2 Champions League, right? 2
Champions League, yeah.
By the way, he scored more goals in the Champions League than games he's played. In all time.
So how many goals, guys? Just to answer Craig, so how many goals do you think in all competitions? Do you think he will hit the 50? He's on 14 goals at the moment currently. Well, we're only 7 games. We're only 9 games in all competitions.
Well, this is the thing, Norm. At some point, Pep has to use him strategically, and so he's gonna have to, he's gonna have to look at him sometimes and say, right, you know what, I need this guy fresh, so I'm gonna start Alves. So it will come a point where he may get some cameos because he's going to play the bigger games. Like the deeper they go into the Champions League, the more Pep has to protect him because this is Pep's holy grail, right? Well. Sorry,
he's not.
He's not going to World Cup. That's right. Yeah,
and
so with that in mind, he could break the 50, but I think Pep will kind of, because you have to remember, if this man's on a hat trick now and Pep's trying to save him, Pep's going to pull him with 2 goals, and you'll see Haaland throw his head out the cut as he walks to the bench. But Pep knows there's a bigger picture here. It's not about your golden boot. It's about me winning the Champions League. So I think you'll see a bit of adjustment with him. So he might not get there, but he's probably going to. I'm going to say he's going to be into the late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, he came out after Haaland came out after the Wolverhampton game, and he said basically, like, he goes, I don't care if I have 5 touches. If I only have 5 touches in that game, and I score, I don't.
Do you know where it came from? The reporter tried to trigger him by saying, does it bother you that you only have 5 touches? You don't really get involved.
Okay, right. I needed the context, so I only heard
his response was, the dream would be to have 5 touches and score 5 goals. What a brilliant answer.
That
reporter up.
This is the disrespectful thing, right? Because I guarantee that reporter, when he was at school, he was the last person to get picked. you remember when he said, when you captain the team, you're like, yeah, I got Ez, and then someone picks, yeah, I got Normski, and then this guy's just looking at me, and you said, bro, okay, yeah, I got you, man. Last pick. And then you have the audacity.
So he's trying to get his own back. Yeah, he's trying to put the world to right.
Trying to bully him. Live in the moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Live in the moment.
Listen. The point of top flight football or elite football is to win the game at all costs.
Right,
yeah. So even if you don't have 10, listen, we only have to go back to Lukaku. What game was it? When he didn't have 7? Was it 7? Was it? How many? Can you give us the exact number? When he used to play for you guys, how many times?
Who's that?
man is kind of completely forgotten.
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
I don't recognize that name. I have no idea.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what? If you look at his game, Norman, right, the way he pulls defenders to press for the others is unbelievable. He doesn't stop moving.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Even if he gets 6 touches for the game, he doesn't stand still with his hands in the air. He is moving, pulling
The man
defenders
is
away
frightening
because you can't leave him.
Yeah.
There was a counter attack where the camera just focuses on Haaland. Yeah. And there's defender trying to keep up with him, and Haaland just looks at him and pushes him, and the ball ain't even coming to him yet. You know, this is just them running, and he's like, "You think you're gonna mark me?" You know what I mean?
Get it?
And he literally pushes him, and it's like the man is hard to mark.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then now he's won the cycle. You know what I mean? He's won the cycle.
He's a specimen of a human being, mate. He really is.
Unbelievable. The Terminator, mate. The Terminator.
And
Terminator point, 2 point, whatever. Dixie, Craig, our historian here, Dixie Dean scored 60 league goals in the 27-28 season for Everton.
Yeah, but look how the game has changed, though, Craig, from then. You know what I mean?
But still, it's a record. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, it's a record. That record is there to be beaten.
I'm scared to say what number, because we're meant to be picking how many goals we think, and I still don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I'm gonna sit on 45. The fence and say, that's what I was thinking. 45 goals.
Yeah. I think that's sensible. I think you will want the 50s, 60s because Lewandowski's done it.
Yeah.
But, but you'll find Pep will protect him, and there'll be bare times where he's on a hat trick and he pulls him.
Your mate is in.
Yes, actually, what you saying, my brother?
Big up, Ashley. I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Good to see you, bro. Big up to Junior Martin as well. If I can open up there. Yes,
Junior. What are you saying, brethren?
All good, man. All good. Haaland, Ivan Drago in football, right?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
He is. Yeah. I can see that. He's got a top mentality.
He's just unbelievable. Listen, let's push on, and we are going to be looking at the European and Premier League review, and obviously on the Wednesday, Graham Potter in his debut management, he takes on Salzburg, and I thought, yes, he's got off to a lovely start. Raheem Sterling getting the goal, going 1-0 up in the 48th minute, but for Noah Akafu, if I pronounce that right, getting the equalizer in the 75th minute. Ez, can you give me your thoughts on that game? Graham Potter, what did you think of that game? And I think whilst that game was going on, I was actually texting, not you per se, but I was just putting some thoughts on the group chat, and you were saying that you like the football that he's playing. What are your thoughts? Is he going to take this Chelsea far in the Champions League?
I see the tweaks he's tried to make straight away, and he's done two things. He's put out what he feels is the team that he knows. Being Havertz, seen him, Aubameyang, seen him at Arsenal, Sterling, seen him at City, Aspilicueta, seen him, and basically sat down Fofana, sat down Koulibaly and said, "Look, you man are the new man here to the Premier League at least, and let me just tweak my system." Cucurella looked fantastic. Thiago Silva, apart from his mistake that led to the goal, he didn't put a foot wrong. All them man looked good. The system looked good. However, it's just that same thing that Graham Potter learned quickly that wasn't Tuchel's fault. He said, these men are going to get me the sack because these men can't score goals. You know what I mean? The one man that scored goals, Sterling. And that's something we knew. He's been scoring goals. You know what I mean? And that ain't even his job. That's his secondary job. If he can score goals, great. He's meant to provide the goals. But look, when I look at Potter's football, 73% possession. The other team only had 27% possession, which 17 shots, and we only got one goal. Man, them talk to me. 17 shots.
I was very concerned. I mean, they interviewed Aubameyang after the game as well. And obviously
he looked deflated.
He did look deflated. And the fact is, I might be hearing this wrong. There was talk about, if Lukaku was to come back, they might try and do next season again. It might be just paper talk about doing a swap deal with Harry Kane. Now I cannot see Lukaku. No. I think it's just a link up with Lukaku playing under Conte. I think that's the only link. But
is he on loan, Norman?
Yeah,
Lukaku's on loan.
I thought they bought him.
Is it a year loan or 2 year loan?
It's a straight loan. Bowley's very good friends with his agent.
Oh, okay. And wow.
Lukaku wanted to go from the Tuchel problem.
Yeah.
So I think even from then, Bowley had ideas that, listen, Tuchel's going to be gone by the time you're back. So you go out and do what you need to do, and we'll reassess this next year when there's a new manager here. I think it was that early that Bowley knew he was going to change this thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting the feelers from, again, I'm just reading like comments from various agents and stuff on social media that Potter is not quite feeling Aubameyang. Now,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit early to say, but watching that game.
Yeah, because the superstar thing, Norman, isn't it?
Yeah. Watching that game, mate. I mean, he got subbed off.
The difference is, at Chelsea, Aubameyang's got some bigger man than him that will tell him about himself.
Exactly.
There's Thiago Silva that will say, listen, do you know where you're at? You know what I mean? You're Aspilicueta that's won everything. So I guess at Arsenal, there was no one that could chat to him because I guess there's no one there with any, you know what I mean? With any, especially being an older figure. Yeah. He was one of the older man, the captain.
Yeah.
At Chelsea, there's man that will say, listen, I know I see your Lambo outside, but listen, that can't run here. And he
take the goal wrapping up and go on painting mat. Yeah,
he behaved himself at Barca. I know it was a short time, but when you've got people like Piqué and Busquets, you know what I mean? You have to kind of, I know, you know what I mean? So I think Aubameyang will keep his head down.
Yeah.
I don't see him being fireworks. He was never really the answer. But for Tuchel, it made sense.
Because to be honest, the type of striker that you want, right? Has when you look at Aubameyang, I mean, really, all he really does, he hasn't really got much in terms of in his armory. I mean, he just plays on the shoulder. He can't really hold a ball up. He's not technically a brilliant footballer.
Yeah,
I don't really class him as that. Sometimes he just looks out. He just looks out of the game. Do you know what I mean? There was a couple of chances that he had. Do you know what I mean? And that's. Yeah. I wouldn't even put that down to rust because he was doing quite well when he went to Barcelona. Because as soon as he left Arsenal, he was just scoring up the place.
As soon as you,
I don't know. Does he really suit your system?
I think Broha.
Yeah, you have to remember as well, though. He's I think he's mentally fragile after that break into
True.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's hard to judge him. You don't have to give him. You don't have to give him another month to get that out of his system.
I think so.
If you get it out of his system, but I think you will. And as well, he's probably playing knowing that he's got to protect the jaw as well. You know what I mean? He's got a fragile jaw, so he can't be. Yeah. You remember whenever you see players that used to wear the mask, you'd always see them a little bit tentative, going for a header and stuff like that. They don't want to get elbow in the face, all that kind of stuff. So for me, like, judge him in a month's time before the World Cup kicks off and see.
I think for now we need to be giving that youngster, that Broja.
Yeah, give him a run.
Give him that run, especially under Potter. Potter will get him
the best out of him. I think he will get the best out of him.
I think so.
I mean,
but in short,
I mean, if you look at his track, his track record in terms of getting. I'm not saying that Broja's an average player. I think he's a good player. But if you see what Potter's done with the Brighton team, these guys are not superstars. But look what he's doing.
Yeah.
Getting them to play in a system. And as I said, if you bring the two worlds together, you know what I mean? Things can happen. But I do really, I mean, from what you said, looking at that, you look at the stats, 17 shots.
That's the thing. Okay, so I can scale this back a little bit and say the fact that we're getting in front of goal that often is way better than what I've been seeing over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah. Right. But now it's time that we get some clinicalness into the team. And Havertz ain't the answer to that. And Aubameyang, whilst he's still a bit fragile, ain't the answer to that. Though the one person that I think might actually take the chance because he's hungry is Broja.
Yeah, definitely. Just a quick one here again from Craig. Allegri on the verge of sacking. I think they're lying 8th at the moment. And listen, there's rumours that the Juventus fans were getting really excited because Conte was in Juventus. He was in Italy, should I say? But I think he was just over there on holiday. But is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that Conte could? I mean, listen.
I tell you, if he
playing well. Well, I say playing well. They're getting the results, but not playing brilliant. Forget about that.
And as you guys know, that is my second team, and he's having a train crash out there. He has a lot of injuries. Let's not get it twisted. And then you're getting one of your better players in Di Maria gets himself sent off, just being reckless. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Because he actually can't afford for that 3 games suspension because of the Pogbas and the likes of these men that are out injured. So if he gets fired, I don't know. I tell you, man, I think Tottenham fans lose their mind if Conte dipped. Imagine if Conte just walked out and went, "Yeah, I'm
no, I don't think it.
I just don't see it.
I don't think he will. Unless something drastically happens. Conte could go over there and prove a point. Look what he did with Chelsea. When Chelsea were lying something like 9th. Do you remember the season when he came in? They were lying 9th. I think it was the game where we beat you. I think it was 3-0 at the Emirates or 3-1. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, he flipped. Do you
know what happened, Norms? All the sort of senior Chelsea management was like, this team can't play 3 at the back. You need to play a 4. And he went for it. He tried to play a 4. That time you beat us. He said, that's right. Forget it. Going back to what I know. 3 at the back. And after that, what did he go? 14 games unbeaten?
Yep.
Yeah,
he brought David Luiz in the middle of January to play in the middle of it. Didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Bring David Luiz, as in that was the missing.
Remember, David Luiz left, didn't he? He left.
Yeah.
He was 50 million, and we brought him back for 30 million. And we're all going, what? We don't want this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
The guy was a sensation, but
he was great. He had it working.
I think you had Victor Moses playing at wing back.
Victor Moses,
Victor
and Alonso on the other side. Are you joking me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a joke.
And people could not work out how to beat that system.
No.
Yeah. And I think what started happening, Wenger. Because remember, we was trying to. Because what happened when we started to when we beat you, and then after we started winning another stupid mad run of losing games, we couldn't understand. So Wenger thought, let me try and change the system and go with a 3 at the back.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Do you remember? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously, Conte was the man.
Everyone's studying, isn't it?
Everybody's studying that. Nobody could work out to beat this guy. You understand? Yeah. You know what I mean? So listen, big up to him. So you never know. You might. You might say, listen, come and prove yourself. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's got much to prove out there, though.
No, not really.
No, because listen, listen. Yeah,
I think he will go for the Italy job after soon. Probably not after this Tottenham spell. I think he'll think about it.
Here we go.
What?
Brendan Rodgers has been. Well, are you surprised?
No.
Listen, I know why. It's saying
that's what he was waiting for, Norm.
No, I know why.
I'm happy for it.
I know why Ed is saying what. No, because Ed wants him to stay.
I know.
He wants Leicester to
for him.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him because I think how he got Leicester playing football and how the board had crapped on him. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Fire me and give me my money. And that's what he's done. So he stuck it out because everyone said he should just walk. Why should he walk? He got a contract, mate.
Yeah.
Like, how much you want me?
Yeah.
40 million, right? Give him my 40 million. I'm out of here. I'm not saying it's that much. But he'd have got a nice bit of change there. At least 7 or 8 million he would have got out of that. Yeah, man. Fair play to you, Brendan. Because somebody will come in for him. He's a good manager. He's a good manager. Yeah.
So at the moment, rumours are by the source BBC Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. BBC Twitter, whether that's true or not, we don't know. So we'll wait and see. I'm sure it will all come out in the wash. So just going back to your game, Ez, obviously 1-1, sorry. You should have really beaten Salzburg. As shots on there. Was there any the goal? Yeah, I know you said Thiago, who's that fought for it. Was there any other thing that you felt that you thought there's little things creeping back, or was it just that one mistake.
No, I don't even think, even the mistake, I don't fully blame Thiago. I think it was at the point in the game where we was trying to kill the game, and the reason why Thiago is left 1-on-1 with this guy is because everyone's very, very pushed up, gambling. The sooner or later, Graham Potter will get these players to know the balance of what he's trying to do compared to what Tuchel was trying to do. Yeah. And it's going to take longer than a week. Yeah. And at that point, he was only in the job for under a week. So, look, I'm not concerned at that. It's just unfortunate it was in the Champions League game where we need points.
So, just quickly going forward, and I just want you to obviously give me quick player ratings as well. But just going forward, with obviously Graham Potter taking over the role, I'm assuming he's going to be promised money in the January. How many windows are we looking at before he will get his own team? Because there's still there's a lot of players in there now. If you look at those players, there's a lot of players. You're going back to Lampard and probably even back to under what's the guy that used to smoke the cigarette for you?
Sorry.
Yeah. Kepa. Is it Kepa in goal? Yeah. So
right, you're the ones.
That's Sarri's place. So you've got players. There's a lot of players that you need to maybe. I don't know. Do you need to move them on or not?
I'm not interested. This time next year, if Chelsea are not where they need to be, Potter's not it. It's as simple as that. And the reason why is because there's enough quality in this team. It's not like we're hard.
What's your expectation again? Let me ask you this question. What is your expectation of
this
Graham
season?
Potter?
I'm still expecting top 4, nothing less. I don't expect a cup. I don't expect the league, but I expect top 4. Next season, from there, I expect top 4 and a cup. I'm not sure which
guys, could you put it in the chat, please? Do you agree with Ez that under Graham Potter, they can make top 4 with the team that he's got there? The current squad that he's got there, can they make top 4? Put it in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on that. Just quickly, Ez, could you just give me, I can just tell you who, obviously, I've got the team up in front of me. So if we look at the back three, obviously, Kepa was playing in goal. So what are you giving Kepa for his performance?
Kepa, I'm giving him a 3 because the one time he needed to do something, he didn't. You know, that mistake from Thiago, the one time he put something wrong, you call on the keeper.
Right.
And the good keeper stands up there. It's not like it was a shot that you go, fair enough, nothing stops that. It was a nothing shot.
Right.
It's a nothing shot. So, Asher, I'll come back for you, mate. No worries.
He tried to throw you off there, man.
You know what?
So, Kepa's a 3. Cucurella, I'll give him a 6.
We got the people coming in the chat. No chance of top 4. People are coming in. Please put it in there. Do you agree?
I'm coming back towards you. Ian, you're number 2. No worries. Right. So, Cucurella 6. Only reason he's not higher is because he's the one that was caught out of position.
Right. Yeah.
In that counter, but everything he was very good in that back 3 on the left side of the 3, which is different. He's never done that for Chelsea. He's done it for Brighton, which is clearly Potter implementing that now. Thiago Silva, same 6, just for that mistake. Great before that. They couldn't. You know what I mean? He's in everyone's pockets. Aspilicueta, he's an old man. You know what I mean? I think I'm tired of him now. I'll give him a 4. Quickly, just so I'll go forward. Reece 7. He's causing havoc on that side. Mount 7. Bamiyang 3, smelly. Kai Havertz 4, smelly. Jorginho average, bang in the middle 5. Kovacic 6, just a bit more. Sterling 8. This guy was tearing up the place.
Yeah.
Big up Diego. Yeah, Sterling was tearing up the place. He should have had 2 or 3 Sterling, I think. But he did get us our goal, so 8 for him. Anyone off the bench? Broha came on. I'll give him a 7 straight away. The man come on, straight counter attack. He put it on Ziyech. I'm tired of Ziyech. Ziyech makes me move out of character norms. He makes me move out of character. Everyone knows me as this lovely Ezra.
I know. Calm down.
Standing in front of my TV, vets. You know what I mean? Listen.
Right.
Exactly norms. Right. So Broha put in a tap-in chance to Ziyech. Ziyech missed it. So
I saw that. Wow. Yeah, I saw that one.
So, but that's the only ones I rate. Conor Gallagher, he's not worth rating. Loftus-Cheek, not worth rating. Pulisic, we know what I think of him already.
Yeah. Yeah.
But quickly, guys. So for those that are questioning top 4 for Chelsea, I guess you're questioning Potter as well, because under Tuchel, I think you expect Chelsea to finish top 4 because he's never finished anything less. But everyone was talking about Graham Potter deserves a bigger club. All he needs is a bigger club, and when the right opportunity comes, he deserves that chance. Now he's there, and people are saying he's not going to get. It don't make sense. Yeah, she doesn't. Which one was it? Did you rate Potter before, or did you not rate Potter before? And if you didn't rate Potter before, how can you not? Beat Man United, he beat Arsenal last season. He beat
easy.
Sorry. All right.
Nah, it's cool, man. Do your thing, Reggie. I already jokes.
Listen, man, you got to defend your manager, man. You got to defend him. So
I've got to do my bit. So I need someone to help me out and understand the logic. You know what I mean?
And the thing is as well is that he was being touted with the England job as well.
Well, this is
so if you're saying that the man needs to manage a bigger club and he's good enough for England, then give the man a chance. It's a week and a half, 2 weeks now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
They're gonna say what Colin Gallagher no ratings, man being chucked under the bus. Unbelievable.
No. I rate Gallagher, but he got about 7 minutes. So he didn't do nothing in that 7 minutes. So
it's
you know what I mean. So what I need
Gallagher needs to go back to Crystal Palace, man. That's where he does his business, man.
Give him another year at Palace, I think.
Yeah.
Year at Palace.
And the thing is that, I hope with Gallagher he didn't turn out to be a Jesse Lingard and live in regret, because Lingard tore it up at West Ham. Came back to sit on the bench at Old Trafford. Why? Why would you do that, bro?
No, why would you do that?
So hopefully Gallagher, people around him are saying, listen, man, like, if you're not getting the game time that you think you deserve, then go back to Palace.
He's got more chance under Potter than he did Tuchel.
Yeah.
Tuchel was trying some stupidness with him,
Okay.
Playing him out of position and stuff,
It didn't make sense.
No, I understand that. Yeah. Listen, let's move along quickly to the Man City Dortmund game. Listen, Dortmund taking the lead under Jude Bellingham. This guy is like he's a talent, and even again he was in his pre-match. They was asking him about when you leave Dortmund at some point. They didn't kind of put it out that blatant.
Yeah,
he was sort of saying, listen, man. Yeah, just leave. He said, I'm here. I'm with Dortmund. I'm doing well with them. Blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Just leave it alone, man. Just stop putting pressure on the guy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, 150 mil, Norm. 150 mil.
But do you know why? It's because he's 19.
Is he better than Declan Rice?
Yeah, for me,
I think they're different players.
And that's a bold shot. That's a bold shot. I think he commands the midfield at that age, which is very scary. Because if you look at it, you could say this man's got a good 13, 14 seasons in him if injury don't mess him up.
Yeah.
So hence that huge tag. I mean, 150.
Well, listen, he gets the goal 56 on the 56-minute assist from Marco Reus.
Yeah.
And then John Stones coming up with an equaliser in the 80th minute. So listen,
good equaliser too.
But I'm just going to come with So John Stones, assist from Kevin De Bruyne, yet again.
KDB.
KDB, mate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say again, this monster, this Terminator, Haaland. Did you see, first of all, the assist from Cancelo?
The insane outside boot.
Outside of the boot.
Wonderful.
And my man did a Bruce Lee thing. Yeah? Bruce Lee Mazza. Like the man just, and it's the guy, he was between two defenders.
Yep.
And he still managed to find the goal.
Now what you need to understand is that Mats Hummels studied this man for how many years he was at Dortmund, yeah? And he marked him out the game pretty much all. And Mats Hummels is no joke. You know what I mean? He's a veteran in this thing. On top of having the privilege of training with Haaland for how long?
Yeah.
And for Haaland to pick that one out. I don't know if anyone saw Jude Bellingham's reaction. Jude Bellingham I
didn't see the reaction. Well, there you go.
Touchdown.
And then he just turned around. He said, as if to say, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. We had a game plan to stop him, and it didn't work.
It didn't work. It's just listen, the man, and I think he scored with his left foot.
Yeah, he did.
It was a funny thing that he did, boy.
It didn't make
sense to watch.
Listen.
It was like, what
the guy there? It's unbelievable. unbelievable. But listen, let's move to the next match, a massive match, and that's Sheriff against Man United.
That was a big match for us, you know.
It was scary at one point.
And the thing is that we couldn't go there and lose because that's proper. Because this was said to somebody, if we are really serious about being Arsenal in the final, we cannot go to Sheriff and lose. And we followed the script, you know. Hey, if I go back this lot, then there's no point, mate. We're clipping this. Clip this, boy. We have a manager that for now knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And you know, I looked. I looked at this and I said to myself, "You have to remember this.
You're expected to win that game."
Yeah. No, but you say that this team beat.
I know what you're gonna say. They beat Real Madrid. Go on.
And you have to know if you look at this team, right? This team has bare athletic brothers in this team. These mans is physical, you know.
You know the problem
I was watching them. I said, "These mans is physical."
But you know what, D? I was watching that game and I was just thinking, if only they just were clinical and just
had
exactly football brains on. Yeah, because
they may have done us. They may have done us, or at least got a point.
But then Jadon Sancho in the 17th minute, nice little touch, nice little set. I think set the defender and some nice little tackle. Yeah, lovely tackling. Do you know what I mean? And obviously Cristiano Ronaldo gets his customary goal. And I know, go on, have your moan, go on.
No, this is what I said. Okay, you know what? He needs some confidence. Let him take the penalty. But take the penalty and do not Zeus. Don't do the Zoo. Right? What did he do? He went and did it. I said, "Oh my Lord, come on, man. He's shameless, you know."
Yeah.
He's shameless.
He's
come on, bro.
He's absolutely shameless. Absolutely shameless.
You have been null and void in front of goal, and they literally give you a penalty. And you know what? Bruno could have stepped up. Bruno said, "Bro, I think you need this more than me." As in, get scoring again. But don't go in the corner and do the Zoom, man. Just go back. Just kiss the badge or something.
Kiss the badge, because you know in January he's going to be gone anyway. So you know what I'm saying.
Well, we'll see. I don't depending how he does between now and then.
Yeah, but because you know if what they're saying is that he still is not quite match fit. So if he gets match fit and just starts getting in the pockets and getting the service and scoring, then Ten Hag will not want him to go in January. Just beyond that. You know what I mean? If you've got ambitions to bag a cup, beat Arsenal in the Europa, whatever, then I looked at the whole stats, as in we did dominating, you know, 68% possession. You know, it was like, we're keeping this ball, but I still think we need to be more clinical, Norm. I think there's some wasteful moments where you say, "Come on, guys, you got to put that in." But like I say, there's no shame on Sheriff because these brothers came to play, man.
No, they did.
Yeah, they came to play, and you got to respect it.
Compliment to your manager is.
Yeah, even in this B competition, as I call it, there still doesn't look like there's going to be that many easy games. These guys are going to know that they played a football match wherever they go, and then you have to remember as well, some dodgy pitches, Norm. That's what's scary.
Yeah.
Pitches.
I think one of our games against, I can't remember the name of the club. We're going to be playing on.
I was going to say
on AstroTurf. So
could be worse. D could be in conference.
Yes, and
could be.
Yeah, but
we'll leave that to West Ham. We'll leave that to West Ham.
Who's it? Diego said that they look confident. Diego, I don't know if you saw. I just checked it. Actually, he came on in the 90th minute, right? And took the armband and then just started barking out instructions like we were 2-0 down. It was mad. It was mad though. I actually, and true sir, not even lying, I felt sorry for him actually. I was embarrassed for him. I said, "Harry, what
if Maguire looks for a lone away move, could be land at your Arsenal. Get out of here." No. I'm putting garlic at the front door, brother.
I'm scared that Potter will actually like him. Potter might actually go, well, if I was going to manage this England team, I think I would have him. So therefore, if I could have
him,
I know Arteta won't have him, but tell you that. Even though Arteta wants ball playing centre backs, and he's a ball playing centre back, believe it or not.
But he stays on but one of the reasons he got himself dropped because he dwindles on the ball too long and gets caught in possession. And
he's not press resistant. He's not press resistant. Simple as.
And that's why I said the audacity to be blaming David De Gea for not coming off his line when bare times he gives you the ball and you give him a hospital pass back, or you try and dribble out and lose it, and then once you lose it,
you're not quick enough to get back to recover.
He ain't catching you,
Simple.
And so I'm like, bro, just you have to look at that and say that a overweight Luke Shaw got more minutes than you. Luke Shaw came on in 70th minute, and I'm saying, how is Luke Shaw getting on before Harry?
How Luke Shaw got into England squad?
Yeah, that's what I would have. Listen, we'll come to that. We'll come to that.
Yeah, so
okay. So let me have your player ratings for that game. Yeah. Obviously at the back. I don't know if you got it in front of you. You got the team people in front of you. If not, I can.
Yeah, I got it, mate. So
okay.
Yeah, the back line did what it said on the tin. So I'm giving the back line solid 8s. Right? Clean sheet.
Okay. Yep.
On a crappy pitch.
Yep.
You have to remember that. Clean sheet on a crappy pitch with the brothers getting physical. Right, man. I saw Ericsson again just flinging that art reactor. He has to be the most frustrating player at Man United because he's creating so well at the moment. Yeah. I said, yo, man, got to finish the stuff he's giving you, man. He's giving you your dinner. Yeah. He's giving you that nice steak.
Finish it.
And then you're saying, Ericsson, man, I'm kind of full, you know. But you got half a steak left. Finish your dinner. Anyway, now we're getting mixed. Scott right now. Scott is playing all right, you know.
Keeping Casemiro
out. It's kind of scary. Well, this is what he did. He gave them 45 minutes each, didn't he?
Okay.
He changed them at half time. But yeah,
I think in the Premier League, League games, he's playing him more than Casemiro. Maybe, more advanced.
I like Scott in this new role, and people don't know that it's a new role.
It's a new role for him.
He said you're a 6'4" Scotsman.
Right.
You have no business being high up the pitch unnecessarily. You know, your first job is to win that ball back. When you win that ball back, then you can venture up. Until then, you're sitting.
Yeah. He's quite a rangy player. He's quite a rangy player.
Yeah.
He could do both, but he's much better when he's battling. I'm battling in the right places. Before you battling in places, giving away stupid free kicks. You know, and now he's playing for the team, it looks like.
Which one? Is it rugby league or rugby union?
Union, you know the ones. Yeah, so I'm going to give Scott. I'm going to give him a 6 there. I'm going to give Ericsson a 7 just because of the creativity again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This pacemaker brother with the art reactor in his chest just showed me that he really is Tony Stark. You know the ones. Bruno is Bruno. Bruno has really embraced the captain's armband. He's played some really good games. I'm going to give Bruno a 7. I think he had some moments where he just frustrates himself sometimes. And sometimes you want to say to Bruno, just slow down a second.
Yeah. Like,
stop headless chicken on me. Because, like, when he gets in that calm space,
he's good.
He's doing the right things. Sancho, I still need more from him. Even though he scored a goal, I still need more from him. I think the price tag maybe weighs a little heavy on him still, but I think he's going to get there. Anthony, like I said, what's that? His second game for us now? Second game? Yeah, second start.
Yeah, second game.
Second start. Still learning the system. Yeah. Solid 7. Ronnie. Ronnie.
Alrighty, babes.
I'm going to give him a 6 for his calmness with that penalty because that was a calm penalty, man.
It was very calm.
Yeah, just like he just because I was watching him breathe and he looked nervous. No lie, he looked nervous. He was breathing. He was really taking sharp intakes of breath, and I went, "Bro, just clap the team down the middle," and he did. He clapped it straight down the middle. So so there we are, and then obviously off the bench we had Luke Shaw came on. 20 minutes out of Luke. He looked all right. He almost played like he was a bit frustrated. I think he feels like that he shouldn't have got bounced that quickly, but he's simply not as good as Malacia. That's just what we're seeing right now. So 5 for him. Casemiro came on and I thought was pretty solid, so I'm going to give him a 7 there. Garnacho came on, and I'd like to see this kid get some more minutes now. I'd like to see him get some more minutes. He's just getting little cameos. I would want to see him get a whole 45 minutes in a game for me to really judge him. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be hard on him. I'm just going to give him a middle of the road 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then Harry came on and took the armband. Absolute disgrace. I'm sorry, man.
Harry Maguire, you mean? I know you would.
I
know you love Harry Kane, but it's Harry Maguire.
Yeah. You know what? I get it. You are the club captain, right? But Bruno has captained this team on a very dodgy pitch. You've come on in the 90th minute. Not at half time, you know. At half time, I'll be like, you know what? At half time, get him on the thing.
I had the mighty of falling, bro.
And then he started pointing, and I said, what is he doing? We're 2-0 up. And you come on in 90 minutes, start giving instructions. For what? We've kept the clean sheet. Now don't make a mistake in 3 minutes now, brother. It's on you now. Yeah. And so, and you know, and people say, oh, there's an agenda. There's not an agenda here because
that's the insecurity.
When he's defended well, I've given him his props. But you've been more bad than you have been good for us. And the entitlement, you know what I mean? Because you remember that one time he was telling people that, yeah, man, I captain Ronaldo. Stop it, bro. Stop it. No one's trying to hear that, you know what I mean? And the audacity of Northwest Eastgate to give him a call up when he can't get United.
We'll come to that.
Anyway, let me leave that alone, bro. Yeah.
So let me go to the quickly. On the Friday, we had 2 games: Aston Villa against Southampton. Aston Villa coming out winners in that game, 1-0.
Yeah, man, Jacob Ramsey, you know.
Jacob Ramsey,
good finish,
good player, very good.
Great
player.
Good finish,
like him a lot. What's this from WGO?
Does Villa keep him?
Well, this is it.
Long term, does they keep him? He's nice.
Yeah.
If he has a good season there, they can end up losing him, you know. But we'll see.
Southampton are a bit up and down here because do you know what I mean? They'll play well, and then all of a sudden, you know, I don't know if anybody actually predicted this game. I don't know if anybody did predict this game. If not, but I was to be perfectly honest, I thought this game would have ended up as a draw, as a 1-1 draw. Yeah, but you know they've come out and they've won it, and you know Stevie G is going to be a pretty happy man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Southampton. The Southampton go as Ward-Prowse goes a lot of the time.
Yeah.
When he's stringing them together and just there goes. But when he's average, and then he got a yellow card, so he was tentative. You know what I mean? You certainly can't be as aggressive on the ball or off the ball. So,
Nottingham Forest 2, Fulham 3, and I know D, you predicted this game as a 2-1 win to Fulham. And funny enough, Nottingham Forest took the lead in that game.
They did 11th minute. Yeah,
your favourite goalkeeper playing for them, and Jesse Lingard. But 11th minute, Taiwo. Getting an assist from Ryan Yates, gets the first goal in the 11th minute, and then listen, Willian, your ex-player, our ex-player, getting an assist.
I said this guy's good, man. He's good.
Getting an assist.
That's kind of like
to equalise, and then Jar Parlina, which I think you were saying, as you rate this player,
good player.
Yeah,
surprised he's only got Fulham, but I don't think he'll stay there long.
Yeah, from Kenny Tete, and then Harrison Reed in the 60th minute.
Yeah,
and I think Lewis O'Brien got the. I'm not going to call it a consolation goal. It was still the 77th minette. But listen, Fulham come out winners of that game, and listen, Fulham are a bit of a dark horse here. When I say dark horse.
Yeah,
they're getting results, mate. Because I think I
had them points on the board early.
Yeah, I had them to go down alongside Bournemouth and I think it was Southampton. I think those are my 3 teams to go down. But right now, bro, Leicester are falling into that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, listen, another away win for Fulham, fantastic there. And they're doing their business. I know Ez rates the manager as well. So listen, you know, it's all good. Let's move quickly to Saturday. Standard win, Man City, early kickoff, winning that game 3-0 away to Wolves. And I heard that the goalkeeper, there was a lot of stuff going on. The goalkeeper, I can't remember his name. What's the goalkeeper's name for Wolves? He came out and said, Sarr, is it
Sarr,
Come out and said, I think he said it to De Bruyne, take it easy on me.
Oh, for real?
Brother, come on.
Yeah.
What are you saying that for?
No, but you know what?
On me.
This is a goalkeeper that doesn't trust his back line.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? Just remember, they scored in the first minute, you know, the Grealish goal.
But I'm confused at how they've let Conor Cody go to Everton. That's their captain.
Yeah. I didn't get that one. I really didn't get
that one. But they said it was a fallout with the governor, so
Right.
So once that happens, it's time to get out of there, and it's not going to work, is it?
And again, in that game, obviously Haaland getting his customary goal again.
Yeah.
And literally, if you saw the goal he scored, oh God, man, the run that he made, brushed up. I think you saying is, what are you doing? Just behave. And the man just duly finished it off. Lovely jubbly. And they win that game 3-0. The Brighton Crystal Palace game was postponed. I think that was due to train strikes. But on top of that, obviously, you had the Queen's thing. Then Newcastle, Bournemouth, after that slapping of Liverpool, they have not literally crumbled or gone back into their shell. I mean, they get they actually went 1-0 up in that game, believe it or not. And it took a penalty in the 67th minute from Alexander Isak for the game to draw 1-1. So Philip Billy.
What do you think of him, Norm?
Who, Isak?
Yeah.
Listen, we was linked with him, but when you look at his stats, he doesn't score enough goals. He's a different style of player. He's tall, but I think what Arteta wants, the type of player that Arteta wants, he wants guys that are going to be working hard, running hard, and that. Isak, I mean, I haven't watched too much of him, but when he was playing for Royal Sociedad, it wasn't last season, because last season he didn't really get much goals. I think it was the season before he done quite well, and we was interested in him. But the money that they were asking for him, it's like, forget that. It was some mad money. I thought, I ain't gonna pay that kind of money. I think he had a buyout clause. It was something ridiculous. I think Newcastle paid 60-odd million for him, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think it was 60-odd million.
Right. But you know what? They were very wasteful. Him, Fraser, Alama. They was very wasteful. Newcastle should have won that game.
Yes, Mr. Chili.
Yes, Chili dog. What you saying?
Yo. Good to have you on the show, brother. You're rested. You get a drink. You get a cup of coffee, cup of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Let's just go here. Diego saying great prospect.
I think he's good. He's only 23.
The money, they're asking too much money for him. They were asking too much money.
Where did he come from, though?
He came from Real Sociedad.
Seen.
Yeah, Real Sociedad. Cool. Yeah.
So it's a bit of a step up there for him.
Yes. It's a step
playing
up,
in this league and the physicality of the league and stuff. But
if
you watch the highlights, I didn't watch the highlights. I thought they were very wasteful, Newcastle, at home as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure the fans left very frustrated.
For the money that they've spent, I mean, I'm not saying they haven't spent ridiculous money, but, listen, he's trying his... Talent, man. Yeah, they put some talent there, We'll see what the manager does. But listen, I've got no worries about them, falling into any problems or anything like that. Yeah. I think he's got quite a balanced side, and I think they're just going to keep adding. I think the way they're doing it, organically, they're not going crazy and just spending mad amounts of money. They're just doing it bit by bit. So we'll see what happens. And whilst they're doing that, I'm happy, because then, if they're going to be buying up every Tom, Dick and Harry, they've got the money to do it. They're the richest club in the world. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Well, listen, Chili timed this quite nicely, didn't he? I knew he timed it.
I was saying that.
He timed this quite nicely, because obviously the next game is, and you know what? What we will do is we'll tackle this, and we'll kind of kill two birds with one stone, and that is 14 minutes of mayhem. Will Brendan make it past the international break? And as you can see, scrolling along the bottom, I think I put in there, let me see what I did write down. Let me just wait for this to scroll across. Did I say something about Son when it comes across?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there was something.
What did I say? I can't remember what I said, man. I nothing to worry. That's right. I said nothing to worry about. Son is back. Chili, talk to me, brother.
I told you, man. Where's Dave?
Yeah, where is Dave? Where is Dave?
Where is Dave?
The one show you needed to come on here.
The one show you needed to come on. Well, Chili, talk to me.
No, but it's like what you said, Norman. Like, form's temporary, class is permanent.
Yeah, mate.
And I knew that he was gonna. I'm not saying that he's turned the corner, but he got his little hat trick. Hopefully, against Arsenal, he'll do something.
Oh gosh, yeah. He's skullduggery stuff. He had some skullduggery stuff. That's what he's gonna do against us, mate. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, like holding?
Yeah, like holding, yeah. He look at teeth. Yeah, he look at teeth.
No, it was again, we didn't play well, but we got the result.
Yeah, and that was the thing. You didn't play well. Leicester were just bad. Yeah, I mean, look, Leicester get. I think Leicester went 1-0 up with a penalty. It was, and they had to be retaken again because Lloris came off his line. Yeah, they took it again, and Tielemans put it in the same place, and Julie got his goal. Yeah. Then a couple of minutes later, let's just be specific. Tottenham go down the other end, equalise. I think it was Harry Kane, wasn't it, in the 8th minute?
Class A.
And that's what I said. I said when he scored
Class A in the 8th, 8th minute.
Yeah, when he scored a penalty, I said, don't worry about that. Tottenham will get their goal back soon. And lo and behold, Harry Kane, an assist from Kulusevski. I think it was it from a corner? Chile.
I can't remember Harry Kane.
I think it was. I can't remember. I'm sure it was.
No, Dyer's from the corner.
Dyer was Dyer was definitely from the corner.
From the corner,
yeah, definitely, and that was Ivan Perisic. And one of the things the commentator says that one thing about Leicester, they're defending from set pieces is absolutely rubbish, and as you can see, rubbish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shocking.
And then James Maddison, what a goal! Marking was a little bit terrible.
Yeah, that was a good goal. It was
very good goal by Maddison.
Great goal.
Do you know, you're thinking
I was so annoyed by that goal.
I could imagine, Chile. I could imagine, mate. You know what I mean? You're going 2-2 at half time, and I'm thinking, what is Brendan going to say to these players when they come back out? Listen, just keep it tight. And within 2
minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, Bentancur. Yeah, and I think that goal. I'll tell you who gave away that goal. It was their midfielder. What's Leicester's midfielder? Everybody likes him.
Ndidi.
What's their midfielder? Ndidi. What was he doing when he was receiving the ball?
That was a suicide pass to him, though, to be fair.
I know, but man,
you don't pass a ball to a man that's got 4 men ready to press him.
Yeah, that's a madness, isn't it?
But I'll tell you, Leicester's goalkeeper Ward is useless, brother. I don't know
why. He's bad, isn't he? He's bad.
I don't know why they got rid of
But is he Henderson bad?
Right.
He's Henderson bad in it at the moment.
Hey, he's been waiting for this.
You know what I mean?
He has been waiting for this.
So basically, 3-2, the game goes on, and then nothing happens for about 20 odd minutes. You know what I mean? Conte makes a substitution, brings on Heung-min Son, brings on Yves Bissouma, and 14 minutes of mayhem. Talk to me,
Very good.
14 minutes of mayhem,
what
bro.
What can I say? I just want Dave to be here, really. I want Dave to talk about those strikes. The first 2 strikes. Like, the first one is like, he just said, no, I'm not passing.
Yeah. Once.
And, I mean,
left foot and right foot, though.
Yeah. Left foot and right foot. And then, in the 84th minute, gets the second goal, assist by Harry Kane. And then 86 minutes. I think when he scored the first goal, I think he was trying to make a point because he wasn't really celebrating, was he?
No,
he was just like, you know what I mean? Because he's vexed, people having a go at him and so on and so on and so on. And listen, at the end of the day, people were calling for Son to be dropped, Kulusevski to start the game. Conte did that, but fair play to Conte. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He brings him on,
the man back.
And the guy comes on and bangs 3 goals, albeit
he turned into Stella, no minute. He turned into Stella and got his groove back.
Got his groove back. So listen, long may it not continue. Yeah, long may it not continue.
but after the break,
if players not playing well, you've got to put him on the bench. You know what I mean?
Just take him out the firing line, innit?
Take him out the firing line.
Yeah.
I think Son's point was, though, is that he hasn't been playing bad. He's just been unlucky. He hit the crossbar 4 times this season.
Yeah, it's true.
4 times. So he's doing the right things. He's just luck's been against him. So he was vexed that he got dropped. And
he's definitely felt.
He played last time, and like you say, he was hitting the bar and going close. I'm saying the guy can't buy a goal, you know?
No, You
it's like you're waiting for a bus, innit? It doesn't come along, then 3 come along. And that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Because you imagine, Bearman took him out, took
there you go.
him out in the fancy league, you know, and then the man comes on the bench and claps claps a hat trick.
I've got to admit, I took him out about 10 minutes into the game, so I've still got his hat trick points. I haven't got him next week.
Yeah. Well, Jay's saying we need to put Salah on the bench, mate. You know what I mean?
Wow.
They do,
that new contract. You have to play him.
And that's the problem. Is exactly what. And this is why. This is why my guy on the bench is such a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Because these guys are on big money, man. Him, Luke Shaw, they're on paper, you know. But Ten Hag don't care about the contract. And someone said to me that he's standing up to the board because you have to remember that when with Radnick and Ollie, they were being told, listen, for commercial purposes, these men got to start, right? Where Ten Hag saying, nah, if you can't play my system, then he's gonna get cameo, and he's gonna have to prove himself in the system to go from cameo to starting.
But you know why this is the time to do it? Because whilst the contract is fresh, it's expensive to sack him. You know?
Exactly.
So, I'm gonna do what I need to do now, and if you want to sack me, it's cool. Payday for me. I go back to Ajax quick. They take me back in
and he knows he can leave off Trafford and get a top contract. Yeah, exactly. You're totally right there, Ez, on that. But listen, it's good to see when a player can prove the fans wrong, like what Son did, because like Norman said, he's a class player. You know what I mean? So one of the guys was saying that on TalkSport that he's not world class. I said, stop it. Like, you can't say that. Like, if he was playing in Brazil, playing for Italy or any of them things, but because if
he was Ronaldo or something like that, Ronaldo,
exactly.
then you know, I mean, people be talking about it, but it's so.
I'm like, stop it.
I was trying to say to Dave last week that like he's saying Mbappe and Neymar, they're the elites, but everyone else below them, they're world class.
They're world class, exactly.
You got elite, world class, good,
right?
Yeah,
bang average.
And then bang average. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the wire in that?
Bang average. But you know what? This is bang average getting called up for the England squad, Chile.
Bro,
Luke Shaw, right?
We're going to come to that now. We're going to come to that quickly. Right. So what I want you to do, obviously, I say Ming doing his business, doing his Mazza, 14 minutes hat trick. Yeah. Brendan Rodgers. Listen.
How's he got a job still?
How's he got a job?
And two shells down the job centre. What's going on there?
Right. 22 goals conceded.
Yeah, but Tuchel ain't going to Leicester, though.
Listen, guys, 22 goals conceded in 7 games. That's the most in any Premier League history of a team. 22 goals conceded. Right. 1 point. Lost.
But have they done 2
goals? 11 in their last 2 games or something.
Have these done
11.
Down
5 against who beat them 5? Was it I think it was Brentford.
Was it Brentford?
I think Brentford beat them 5-2 or something like that. Yeah. And then obviously you guys beating them 6-2. 11.
The problem is
2 matches.
The problem is the reason why they can't sack him is because it's the same board that has sold him out. In the sense where
they sold him out. Yeah.
Leicester. All summer we was on here saying Leicester's done no business.
Right.
Okay. And then the Fofana thing comes up and Brendan saying, well, nah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The board go, but Brendan, 75 mil though. Yeah, listen,
and Brendan, by the way, you can have 15 million of that to go and buy another defender.
Not just that. Because Brendan's saying, Brendan don't mind selling, you know. He didn't mind selling Maguire. He didn't mind selling Chilwell. He didn't mind selling
Cap. Allow me to put it back into the club.
Let me do what you need to do so I can get my signings. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the board have overridden Brendan because Brendan's even falling out with Fofana, you know. Because Fofana, when he signed for Chelsea, Fofana put some big statement on Instagram saying, I don't like how Brendan treated me, but it's actually above him.
Okay.
So there was things going on between the board, Brendan and Fofana,
yeah.
Then the board obviously forced the sell through. And then they go and find some next guy from France to replace him.
Who you never heard of?
Next David Luiz looking guy.
Yeah. It does look like David Luiz, but big hair and everything.
Yeah. They hung him out to dry, Ez. They hung him out to dry. And this is what I said last week.
Premiership team, they get good money from Sky and BT and whoever else.
No one talks about it when they're getting results, but when they're not getting results,
in that game after the match, he came out and said, "Look, you know, it's very difficult. You know, we He doesn't. He kind of said it doesn't really help when you're not getting backed. He kind of said that.
Yeah,
you know
because he's dared them to sack him now because he wants his money.
So he has to start saying those things.
Give me my money.
Give me my money. Let me go and manage a club. And I'm gone.
But more and more managers are coming out and doing that. They're just saying because they're the ones that get thrown under the bus all the time.
Yeah,
innit?
all the
So
time.
right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak.
Well, you have to remember, there's a switch, Norman, from the whole player power back to the managers now. You're seeing that because before players were down tools and no one's going at the players, especially the pundits. They're more going after the manager, saying, "Why he don't know what he's doing?" Well, he does know what he's doing. These lot clearly ain't playing for him. And then even when you'll see managers, even when they know that the guys are down tools, still defend them guys in a press conference.
They'll still. Did you hear James Maddison as well? James Maddison said the manager prepared well. The manager prepared all of us well.
Yeah, you're right.
You remember hearing it, Chill?
Yeah.
Right,
this really ain't on him. But when you look, then he said, when you look around like the teams that have strengthened this summer,
you can see that you can see they're pointing the fingers at the owners. And there was a time when you go back when Leicester, when they won the league.
It's true though, because Rodgers don't buy anybody; it's the club that buy them.
He just puts his list in front of them. Here you go.
This is what I would like. Please oblige me some way, somehow.
It obviously seems like between the manager and the hierarchy and the players of the hierarchy, things have been now pointing at them and say, "Listen, you have not backed Brendan." I think the players. Do you know what? I don't know who said it on air just earlier on that. I don't think they've down tools on Brendan. It's the owners. They're down into. They're proving a point to the owners. I don't think Brendan. Brendan's probably got him in the huddle. Say, listen, boys, do the business. Yeah, we scored 2 goals. Let's come in and do what you need to do, bro.
There's a couple man that are not there next season. Madison nearly went to Newcastle. That will happen next time they come knocking. He's gone.
He's gone. Ollie for Leicester. Nah, brother.
Ollie for Leicester.
No, you see with Ollie, he has to be smart. Anywhere he goes now, you got to be smart because he'll be seeing Brendan being hung out to dry, and Ollie doesn't need a situation like that again. He needs to go in a club that's backed, otherwise he'll ruin whatever legacy he's got left.
Maybe Ollie to West Ham.
Only to West Ham for David Moyes. Wow.
I think
right now
Moyes is in trouble.
He's walking a tightrope as well.
Did you see the interview where the guy called him Moisey? And he said, Moisey? He said, me and you don't roll like that. What do you mean Moisey?
I saw that.
He called him Moisey, I was twisted. That's hilarious.
Moisey.
I don't know whether it was Sky Reporter, but one of the reporters said,
he kind of said, like, you're getting kind of what is it, a bit cozy between, you know what I mean? Like,
familiar. Like, me and you don't roll like that. You call him Moisey. The disrespect, the ones. That was disrespectful, man. That was bad disrespectful.
So quickly, Chili.
Would he have called Ferguson or Sir Alex? Would he have called him Fergie?
Exactly. No chance.
No way.
Yeah, levels of disrespect there, man.
No way. But just quickly, Chili, just give me I've got your players up in front of me, yeah? So I'm just going to just go with your players at the back. So you had, obviously, Lloris in goal. What are you giving him quickly?
Lloris, I'll give him a 7.
7.
He pulled off the saves, man.
Yes, he did. He did pull off a couple of good saves. I'll take Madison over. Yeah, but this is where we was thinking Madison a few years back.
Over Odegaard. Sorry.
He scores more goals than Odegaard.
Odegaard's not going to be playing, I don't think. I think you're going to be playing, what's his name?
Vieira.
Vieira.
Listen, we all knew. Listen, let me just say this though. We all knew that Chili is a secret Arsenal supporter because he even knows.
You won't catch me singing any Arsenal songs.
Just quickly. Right, so you're giving Lloris a 7, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Sanchez,
5.
I know, for that penalty.
It's the same things time after time. He gives the ball away, then he tries to foul a guy, then he actually gives what the hell, man?
Okay.
What kind of? Where do you learn to defend like that? Not even funny. You man are laughing.
Well, I'll tell you. I hope he turns up for us. Well, not turn up. I hope he plays in the
You've got Romero, mate.
I'm looking forward to it. Nah, man. Sanchez starts off with Romero for me. Yeah. Okay, Dyer. Eric Dyer.
What did they? He scored a goal. I'll give him a 6.
Okay, Langley. Is it Longley? I can't pronounce his name.
It looks like Langley, but he's pronounced Longley, I believe.
All right, Longley. Okay, Longley.
Longley 6.
Okay. You had Perisic.
Perisic had a bad game, man. He was giving the ball away. His touch was not good. I'll give him a 5.
Okay, Højbjerg.
He had a bad game. 5.
Wow. Bentancur.
7.
Sessegnon.
Sessegnon wasn't bad, actually. He didn't really do anything, but he was trying, and I like that, so I'll give him a 6.
Okay, Kuleveski.
7.
Richarlison.
7.
Okay. Kane.
8.
And let's quickly just go to the subs. I listen. I forget the other ones. I'm just going straight to In Mung Sung. What are you giving him?
You know what I'm going to give him? What am I going to give him?
Forget In Mung Sung. Let's just go. Forget him. So you're giving him a what? What are you giving him actually? A 9. 11. Get out of here, bro.
Did you just say get out of here after a 14-minute hat trick? Come on now. That's 11 for any player. I don't care what team he plays for.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Let me quickly go to.
I don't know what the quickest hat trick is. What is the quickest hat trick? It can't be that because they didn't say it.
No, they wouldn't. I don't know.
No, I think it's quicker than that.
Yeah, there is one, but we'd have to find out. If anybody knows, put it in the chat. What is the quickest hat trick? Not even just in the Premier League, just in general. Yeah, it must be somewhere. It must happen somewhere in the world. Do you know what I mean? In competitive football. Okay, we go to our game.
I'm sure it was Lewandowski that's got it, no?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is him.
I wouldn't be surprised, mate. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay.
And I'm giving Conte a 10 because he listened. I don't know if you listened to the fans, but he done what we neneeded to do and he got some.
Are you a little bit concerned about rumours about Conte linked with the Juve job?
No.
Okay. You sure
Why
about
would you leave Tottenham to go Juve?
Because Juve is a bigger club.
D. You wouldn't do that, would you, D?
Hey, if you come into my second team, then I'll take him, because right now, Allegri having a train crash there, Jilly.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean?
Who's
going to get himself fired.
At Juve?
Allegri.
Sorry?
What, is he still there? I thought he went.
Nah, he's still there, man. No. I mean, I said to the guys earlier.
Is that his second stint? Is that his second stint there?
I think so. Because
I think it's his second stint.
Chile, I was saying to the guys earlier quickly that he's got quite a few of the top guys injured, and then Di Maria goes and gets himself sent off for the weekend. So that's 3 games out with one of your top creators. So he's not having a good time of it, but then it's them kind of leagues like our league. There's no patience there. The fans want it gone.
It'd be interesting. Let's just watch his space. You never know, Jill. You never know. But let's quickly move on to the Brentford game. Brentford 0, Arsenal 3. A lovely kick about with the boys, as one would say.
That is out of order.
That's how lame Arsenal.
Don't talk to me about lame. Don't talk to me about lame. Don't talk to me about lame. Do not talk to me about lame. Yeah, it's all. Everybody likes it when he tweets out last season. Oh, nice kick about with the boys, and when we can't do it, now everybody's having to go. Get out of here.
You've got to come with your own flow. Why are you coming with
no, man? Listen,
do you remember how they cried about Mopé?
Listen, man. Listen to me. I'm growing up, mate, and I'm telling you, it was a lovely kick about with the boys. That's what I'm going to say.
He's already done it.
Yeah, man has just come out of Saliba's back pocket. Yeah, I said, yo, what's happening? Where am I? Oh,
I can't wait to play you.
Listen, I can't wait to play you, brother. I can't wait to play you. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. All right. I'm singing it, man. I'm singing it. Yeah.
This is the last. Singing it with chest, brother. Time you get to sing.
I'm singing it with chest, man. You understand?
We're going to knock you down to 3rd or 4th.
let me read this. If any players return injured from international duty, it could alter the fight for top 4 full and the bottom 3 places.
But the same with the World Cup as well.
Yeah. I mean, this unnecessary international break, mate. I mean, come on.
Is Haaland going World Cup?
Nope, he's not.
Oh, so he's going to be resting.
Yeah, he's going to be rested, bro.
What do you mean resting? He's going to be tearing up.
Yeah. But listen,
studying how to get better.
Let me say, in that game, we win that game 3-0. And listen, after coming off the back of, because we would have played Everton, but that game got cancelled because of the Queen's funeral. So that game has been postponed, and we end up having an away game against Brentford. Now, Brentford are doing quite well. As a matter of fact, that's the first time in how many years Brentford has lost that level, that scoreline of 3-0. It's the biggest scoreline they've lost. And they haven't lost their...
Are you going to celebrate like you won the World Cup?
No, we're not going to celebrate. We're not going to celebrate. We're not going to celebrate it. We're not like you guys. You know what I mean?
World Cup,
Celebrate the Audi Cup and all that business. You understand? But anyway, let's move on swiftly. Yeah. So William Saliba, what a player, guys! And come on, every one of you.
I told you about that
player.
I told you about him. You didn't even know about Arsenal. Because Arsenal fans are so rubbish, they didn't even know about the gem that they had. Where was he playing football last season?
Listen, I was upset.
Where was he playing football last season?
Listen, is that my fault? Is that my fault? No, it's not my fault. Yeah, it's Arteta. And I don't know why he decided that he's going to put man on loan for two seasons. Get out of here, man.
I told you about that guy.
But some people will say that it's, he's done that and look what's happened.
Hey, I've got some propaganda,
yeah,
but I believe it. So, rumor has it that Fofana and Saliba played together at St. Etienne as centre-back partners.
Yep.
They're exactly the same age.
Yep.
They both moved to the Premier League at the same time. One went to Leicester, one went to Arsenal.
Yep.
One's got more Premier League experience. I'm saying Fofana's better than Saliba. Let's go.
Ooh. Gnomes. Over to you, my bro.
Man is smoking, as expression would say, man is smoking budge.
Propaganda starts here. I reckon I've got the better centre back partner.
You think so?
Is this guy Tilly? Talk to this man. I know you're a hate of Arsenal, but talk to this brother.
I hate Arsenal because they're just Arsenal, but Saliba's better, man. From what I've seen,
he just got here. Fofana's been doing this.
Yeah, he just got here and look what he's doing. He's just holding up my FPL man on his own.
Saliba's very good. Fofana's just better.
Get out. Listen, I don't mind man is trolling me. So you know what I mean. Listen, guys.
I think.
Are you hearing what Ez is saying? Is everybody hearing what Ez is saying? Yeah.
Well, one man just got bought for 75 million. I think that's kind of, I mean.
75 million and what? That's Leicester. That's Leicester tax. Yeah,
Leicester tax.
If you don't be careful, you could end up like a Harry Maguire. So just be.
There's only one Harry Maguire.
Here we have it. Yeah. He was outstanding. Craig says if Fofana's worth 80 million, Saliba is worth 100 million. Absolutely, totally agree with
7 games.
Absolutely, totally
guys,
agree with
you. These men got to win something before we chat them hefty, lofty numbers.
Listen, Saliba currently is Fofana French? Is he French? Is Fofana French?
Yeah, they're literally the same.
Have they both been called up?
Hey, listen, Fofana was injured last season, man.
No, I'll answer your question. Have they been called up?
Yeah.
Has he been called up for this one?
Fofana was injured last season.
No, that's not the question. Politician, man, that's not the question. I said it was Fofana.
No, he wasn't, but he was injured last season. How can he get called up?
Brother, he's playing for Chelsea, yeah? Best player
Just
we just got there, Norm. We just got there, bro.
I see the man on the pitch a couple of times.
When you play in a top 6 team, it's almost an automatic call-up, yeah? Leicester, he was never getting a call-up from Leicester. He wasn't. He just wasn't.
No, he's at the wrong club.
Yeah, but Saliba got called up when he was playing for Marseille, yeah? Yeah, that's what he was doing.
I didn't know that.
That's what he was doing his football, mate. You know what
I mean?
because
he's in France.
He's not being called up because he's playing for France.
No, because he's in France though. So
I think
he's more. It's more to the eye. There's a bias there, isn't there?
True.
Well, I don't know.
Let me ask you.
Norms.
Let me ask you something. Did Jesus get called up to the Brazil squad?
No, he didn't. And
that's what I thought.
Well, listen, don't worry about it. He will get called up in November. So just
don't be trying to.
But you know what? None of them got called up, Norman. None of the Gabriels got called up.
And I don't understand that.
Mad one, isn't it?
I really don't get it.
But you know what? But is that the levels though, Norm? Is that the Brazilian levels right now?
No.
So striker-wise, who's in front of him, Norm?
Well, apparently, Richarlison.
Yeah. Neymar. Neymar. Who else? Hey, don't knock Mickey. You know, this ain't the coach driver we're talking about here. You know, this is the player.
I told you, man. No big manager.
Mark my word. Let me say this now. Mark my word. Jesus will be at the World Cup. Simple things. All right.
Wow.
That's it.
So
I'm saying it now.
Yeah? Clip Norski right now. Clip it.
Right? He will be at the World Cup.
Why will he?
Who's this?
Martinelli, when Fofana was playing, when we played you,
like
when we played Leicester, Martinelli made Fofana look like a Sunday League player. He absolutely did. Yeah,
listen.
Don't scratch it. You listen. You know.
Right now, I can play for Leicester. Let me just say for Leicester right now.
Let me just say this here. Let me just say this. You
know
when somebody's somebody's trying to deflect. Yeah, you know when somebody is not quite telling the truth. Yeah, and what they do is when you watch interviews, you watch body language. They tend to scratch their. Did you notice that Ed scratched his head? Is there? Because he knows, yeah.
No, man, no.
He knows.
Give me 2 weeks. I can play for Leicester. You guys won't even know. All of a sudden, Norms, I can't make the show this week. Brendan's got me up. You know what I mean? He might as well.
Listen,
yo, Ed, you have to conveniently forgetting that Diego Dalot put Martinelli in a spliff, my brethren.
Oh wow!
Right, you have to remember that. You know, you have to remember that
it happens every now and again. Listen, it happens every now and again.
August Invincibles came to Old Trafford.
It happens every now and again.
You mean the drawable?
It happens every now and again. Yeah, it happens every now and again. We're now. Yeah, it just happens every now and again. Yeah, we're going for the September Invincibles now. Yeah, we cut one and go again. Right, but listen, William Saliba gets his goal, 17th minute. Gabriel Jesus. Lovely assist from Granit Xhaka, headed goal, and then a fantastic goal by Fabio Vieira outside the box, 25 yards out the box.
No, that was a sweet strike.
That was sweet. That was absolutely sweet.
That was sweet, man.
I mean, literally, we pretty much controlled the game from start to finish, and I was absolutely fantastic away. One of the best away performances I've seen from there. So I'm just going to quickly give my player ratings. The back four. I'm giving them all 8. Yeah,
8.
Thomas, yeah,
right.
Just
no, hang on a minute. 8.
But listen,
8.
I said, if listen,
hang on.
Stop your noise, because if you're giving Son 11, I'm giving the back 4 8. All of them. Thank you very much. Right, Thomas Partey, I'm giving it 8. Granit Xhaka, my man in the match, I'm giving them a 9.
He played well. He had a good game.
I'm giving Saka 7. He got
6.
An assist. I'm giving Saka a 7. I'm doing my player ratings, not you. I'm giving Fabio Vieira a 7. Came into the game second half after he got his goal, got his foot on the ball, started playing well. Martinelli, I'm going to give Martinelli a 6 in this game. Jesus, I'm giving an 8. Another great goal and just doing what he does. The only unfortunate thing is he got that referee was so quick to go and give him a yellow card. Now, we got to be so careful now because obviously the next game is the North London derby. If he gets a yellow card, he misses the Liverpool game. And then we've got Eddie Nketiah to call on. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Who's that? Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. So we just got to be so careful there. But just talking about the whole thing, and you know, on the thing I said about...
Yes, Diego.
You know, the thing I said about this game and Thomas Frank, I said, interesting thoughts from Thomas Frank. And he kind of came out and was gassing. If you can see it, he was gassing about Saliba.
He's a sore loser, bro.
Listen, though, when they asked him about Saliba, he was talking about the players. He went, first of all, he said that Arsenal are title challengers. I've still got my reservations on that. But when he was talking about William Saliba, he went, so that defender, William Saliba, what a player. Yeah, that was it. What a player. This guy is... Listen, Saliba is 21 years old. when Van Dijk, if you're tired, yeah, go and drink some coffee. Van Dijk got signed to Liverpool at 26 years old.
You're not comparing the two of them, are you?
I'm not comparing them, but what I'm trying to say, he's ceiling. He's ceiling, mate. I tell you, by the time he gets to 26, man,
he'll be playing for Real Madrid.
He will bypass. Listen, one thing he needs to do is sign the team. That's what he needs to do, because players teams like Real Madrid are going to be sniffing around him. Yeah,
he's only got why ain't he signed the teams, no?
I don't know. He's only got 18 months left on his contract. He needs to sign the team, and that's the worry. That's the only worry for me. But let me tell you something, Saliba, what a player! What a player!
Sound like you're going to Madrid, no? That's not good.
Right, no, listen. I hope not. I pray. I hope not.
Now in Arsenal, they let it happen on a free as well.
So again.
Yeah. Now in Arsenal, they'll let it happen for free as well.
Well, that's our track record. I forgot to say. I'm going to give Arteta 8.
Arteta in that is.
I'm going to give Arteta.
That is definitely Arteta in. No, but come on.
I'm going to give Arteta.
How are you Arteta in when you're top of the league?
I'm going to give Arteta order. I'm going to give Arteta 8. Yeah, and I'm going to give Ethan and Weary a 10. The youngest player. Yeah, and you've got all these men like Jason Cundy, as we said earlier on, running his gums. The other one, Danny Mills, running his gums. I think Danny Mills is ex-Tottenham, is he? Yeah, I thought so. Running his gums. Hey, man, I have to bring him on. And I'm saying, at the end of the day, if man comes
that
on...
was stupidness.
That wasn't stupidness. He came on. Let them... No. Why is it... No. Why is everybody... Listen, when RV Elliott came on, was everybody making up noise? No, they weren't. So why all of a sudden they're giving all the gap heat to Arsenal?
Like you,
because of people like you, bro. You understand?
You know what's wrong with Arsenal fans? They only look at their own team. That's why you're gassing about Sterling. Not Sterling. What's his name? Jesus.
What you say?
Jesus is some great striker now.
He's a brilliant striker. I didn't say. Listen, he's a great striker.
You're saying, what a player. Jesus, he's definitely going to be at World Cup.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you now, he will be at the World Cup.
He ain't going no World
He's going. You know it.
Is he world class, no? Is he world class?
Is he world class?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yo, Leon Brown in the chat. Clip Norman on that, bro.
Listen. No, Jesus is a very good player. He's a very good player.
He is.
And listen, and if we do win something with him, if we win, which I can't see us happening,
you're gonna finish fifth and win nothing.
Listen, I think we will win something this year. I really do. What's Diego saying?
And what are you basing that on the Man United result?
No.
Oh.
No. I just think in terms of I think we will definitely. I think we'll
to the win something, and then you're saying Arteta out.
No, listen, look.
Yeah, you can't be Arteta out, no.
No, I'm not. Listen. I told you my criteria. I told you this last week, the week before. How much time am I going to have to keep telling you? Yeah. If we're in a title race, and we're in a title race, we're not in a title race right now. Yeah,
you are. You're in the title race, Norm. You're top of the league. You're in the title race.
Rest of a wave.
Yes, to the wave, brother.
Yeah,
listen.
He's quoting you, Norm.
Listen, I've come off that surfboard now. Yeah, I'm off that surfboard now. Yeah. I'm back in the boat now. I'm back in the boat. Yeah, just taking it easy. Just strolling along, yeah. Just sailing along, yeah. I'm in a sailboat, not in the power boat. I'm just going along with the wind and everything. Just see how things just roll, and we'll see what happens, yeah. But Diego's saying 15 years old. Oh, they haven't put unnecessary. Listen, look. Next week we ain't gonna see him again, yeah. There could be all sorts of things. Reason why he brought him on at that. Listen, he came on for 3 minutes. What was the harm in that?
But what
I mean, no, but listen, loads of teams have done. Loads of players have come on.
Maybe it's the pundits and the press's fault for making it bigger than it.
Yeah, probably that.
It actually was. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think me personally, I don't see the point of giving a 15-year-old 3 minutes to run around for then the news to do a madness the day after.
Yeah.
As I said, Norms, and as I said, Norms, I said this earlier.
There's too much heat. There's too much heat. There's too much heat always given towards Arsenal.
No, but as I said earlier, this is something that in-house is something to celebrate. But outside, the other 19 clubs really do not care about
and that's it.
That's fine. And that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's the media's fault for making it outside.
What it is. Yeah, what it is.
But then Norman's there bringing it up.
Okay, why not? It's news, isn't it? It's news.
That's why. What's the point?
It's news. If something happens, you're gonna
news.
It's current news. It's current news.
I would have been more impressed to give him 10-15 minutes. I would have been more impressed. Let me see what this 15-year-old's about. Is he the next best thing? Is there something to work on here? Is he the next Martinelli?
And mate, you see what I would probably do if I was Arteta, I would probably play him in like maybe like a Carabao Cup or something like that.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah, but not starting. Give him like
I'll play him in the under 23s is what I'll do with him.
No, but he's been playing. Listen, he's been playing for the under 18s. Yeah, but they've seen something in him that they feel that this guy.
So then you play him in the under 23s.
He's destined for greatness. He's destined for greatness. You know what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of people, they don't get why they brought him on. And okay, you look at Harvey Elliott. He's currently now playing for Liverpool. Fabregas came in at 16. Wayne Rooney for Everton. But those players were on like a different level. Do you understand? All right. So the point is that if you're going to bring him on for 3 minutes, then if you think he's that good, then keep him in the side. Because it might be the case of because there's other teams interested in him, he might be turning around and saying, listen, let's just get him on quickly, make him look like we love him, we want him there, blah blah blah. But then if we don't then ever see him again, then I'll start to question Arteta and say,
you managed to send him out on loan to Ollie in the Norwegian under-14s league and see how he gets some. Get him some minutes. Get the kid some minutes under a manager that has managed one of the greatest clubs in the world, and see how he goes from there, my friend.
But you see the difference is when Rashford got his debut, he had a chance, and he actually got a debut goal.
Yes,
and
he started him as well. You remember?
But Rashford was about 18, 19, man. Come
on. No, 17.
17.
What? He just did his exams, Norm, at school. He didn't.
Yeah, man.
The next day, he went back and finished. He took his last 2 exams the next day after doing that. And you have to remember when he got injured, right?
Can you imagine that Arsenal kid at school on Monday? What'd you do over the weekend then?
I'll tell you what he did. He said I had a little kickabout. With the boys.
Hey, can I make this a bit worse?
Yeah.
Rashford scored twice on his debut against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but listen.
Didn't Rooney score against Arsenal?
Let's move along swiftly, yeah?
And then I'm sure he scored on his England debut too.
He probably did.
Danny Rose scored on his debut against Arsenal.
Diego's got a very good point here. He says what he does show is the lack of depth.
That's what I was saying to you, Norman, that you guys got to pick up at least two more players in the January transfer window.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
100%. When you looked at that bench, I'm not going to lie, when you looked at that bench
he's a midfielder
on Sunday, mate, I'm like, bro,
if I'm an Arsenal midfielder, I'm pissed at that.
The bench was
say that again. What's that true?
If I'm an Arsenal midfielder, I'm not happy that you're bringing on a 15-year-old kid ahead of me for what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Norm, I mean, listen, get my charger on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it could be ulterior motives. You know what I mean? But listen, at the end of the day, it just maybe the feel good factor around Arsenal.
Yeah. It's probably a good time in the Arsenal camp to do this sort of thing.
Yeah,
this thing couldn't happen last year, for example. When you
no way.
No, I mean, so maybe it's a sign that you can afford to take that sort of move. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's good for Arsenal, man. Trust me, it's good. Yeah. It's just not for the rest of us. Hey, listen, I want to see what this kid can do, though. If he's actually talented, I want to see as well.
Robo Cups and 3 minutes. 3 minutes, as I said, 3 minutes is not enough. So let's see what this.
Let him start against us, innit?
Start against Tottenham.
I mean, listen. It all depends on who comes back from the internationals, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's my worry right now. Say that again, mate.
When is Tottenham versus Arsenal?
1st of October.
No way.
Yeah,
it's our next game.
Yes, way.
Oh, that is gonna be hot. I'm gonna be on the next show for sure. Listen,
So am I.
is gonna
I
be.
don't know if Norman's gonna be
I think I'm gonna be on it as well.
You think, Norms?
Brother, but listen, that's gonna be a massive. If not gonna be one of the biggest North London derbies because it's first playing
kickoff.
playing third on a Saturday. Is it a Saturday? I think it's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that the last North London derby was a bit bigger, don't you? For the 4th place. Who got that, by the way?
Sorry? Like, hold on. Static.
No, I'm looking forward to it, man. Even though we're not playing well.
All I know, Palace will be ready for Chelsea. My prediction is Palace 2, Jammy Chelsea. Pat has Potter's number on the touchline.
I hope you're right, Diego. I really
hope you're right, Diego, bro. I'm backing you, Diego. And I tell you what.
The thing is, I want Potter to do well because of people hating on him, man.
Fafana will be culpable for both the goals. Yeah.
No, man, never. He's gonna show you. He's gonna show you your Saliba, man.
Well, he said it. Well, listen, Ed has said it. Right, that Fafana is better than Saliba. But if everybody in the chat, if everybody thinks that Ez is chatting. Yeah, then whatever. Yeah. Right. So listen. Quickly, we're gonna go on this just one more subject after this. So I'm just gonna quickly share this. Let's do this quick. I've got to make sure I do this right because we don't want to lose anything here. And I mean, hold on a minute. Just give me 2 seconds. And no, I'm not having a go at anybody, so don't worry. Everything's cool. Everything is cool. Let me just find this. Where we are. Let's go in here. All right, because I need to see this.
Guys, I've just realised as well that we have 2 big derbies in October.
Yep. Man City, Man United.
Yeah, and you guys.
Right. Let me just quickly do this.
And is
quickly.
it Chelsea Liverpool that month as well?
Nah, Chelsea
rescheduled.
Chelsea are playing.
Palace, Wolves.
Yeah, Palace.
Oh, we got Milan twice in October. That is a tough month. We got you guys at the end of the month, D. 22nd of October.
Is it?
We've got Man United.
Right, guys. I was talking about just quickly about the internationals and about the players being selected. As you can see on your screens. Just your quick thoughts if are there players in there that shouldn't be in there?
Chelsea all over the place. Look at this.
Right. Let me just keep getting rid of these ads. I don't want to get what's the name. I'm probably going to get what's the name, but who cares? So obviously you've got Harry Kane there as a forward. He has the right. He's going to be number 1 on Southgate or Northgate's
England captain.
Raheem Sterling. Everybody so this is the England squad ladder, yeah. So going in this order of the likelihood of the players that are going to be picked for this. So you've got Raheem Sterling for Chelsea, forward. Declan Rice, midfielder, West Ham. Jordan Pickford, goalkeeper, Everton.
I don't know about Pickford.
Let's get Pope in. I think let's get Pope in.
Yeah.
What about Rams? Ramsdale was further down.
Ramsdale's got a mistake in him. He's good. He's good, but he's got a mistake in him.
Yeah, surely he goes with Nick Pope.
Yeah.
And the number 1 jersey.
Pope is the one.
All right, Phil Foden.
Well, you know what? If you're going there to win it, Norm.
Yeah, Phil Foden. We'll agreement there. Man City. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah,
Phil.
Player.
Yeah.
Mason Mount. Chelsea, another midfielder.
Not based on this season, but I think
he's going to know because he's one of the ones that Southgate said he can trust.
He's
got credit in the back.
She's nephew.
Yeah, you got credit in the bank, and you got credit in the bank,
and that is the thing, because season is.
Say that again. You broke up.
You haven't highly spoke of Mason Mount this season. Highly.
He's coming. I think he will come good under Potter. I think under Tuchel. Yeah, he was asking a different role of him this season.
So this is last
season. Yeah, last season the man came away with 29 goals and assists. So like, that's good numbers. So like you know it's in there. It's in there.
I mean, this is all about loyalty at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? So. Saka. Listen. Listen. He has to go. Even though he hasn't really played.
Nowhere.
Say that again. Say that. Chili.
He's got to improve, otherwise he won't be going World Cup.
Yeah.
He's had a slow start, you know.
He's like Son. He's had a slow start, man.
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah. He needs to start to kick into gear, but I still think that he will end up going because of that's Saka, and I think again
he's done all right.
Southgate is loyal to him. Reece James, I think he will definitely go.
Hold on, quickly back to Saka. He's had a slow start,
yeah,
but he's got 5 goals contributions in 7 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, that's contributions. That's not even assists for us.
Yeah. So that's 4 assists and 1 goal. So that's 5 goals, goal contributions combined.
Yeah.
I think that's
based on that. Yeah,
I think he isn't. If that's considered a slow start, then that's because his standards quite high for him. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, he hasn't, as I said earlier on, not in this show, a couple of shows ago, he hasn't even kicked into gear yet, and we're top of the league. And I'm not saying that because what I mean. I'm just saying that if he's
saying it because it's Arsenal.
You hate it, right?
He literally does. Right.
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, he has to go.
Yeah, he'll definitely go. How you mean?
Yeah, John Stones.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah,
John Stones has come good again, man.
He has. He has to go.
We come on to the much maligned Harry Maguire.
Shouldn't, but he will.
He shouldn't, but he will, and that's the madness.
Which is
that's the madness.
Yeah,
that's the madness.
You have to remember that there's certain defenders are going to get in their feelings about this,
Yeah,
because if you can't, if you can't get to the Man United now, between now and then, if he breaks into the Man United squad, then it shows that Ten Hag is now feeling that this guy can be the man. But if he doesn't, he should be nowhere near that England team. That's not the agenda. That just slaps every other defender in the face that he's starting week in, week out and playing well.
Yeah, Merson came out and basically said, look, he's for Southgate,
nobody cares what Merson says.
I know what nobody cares, but this is Merson saying that he's the player that he's going to rely on. He knows that he can rely on him when it comes to Harry Maguire. So he doesn't matter. But the thing about what Southgate was saying, I'm sure he said that he was picking players based on them getting game time for their club. Right now, Harry Maguire, as I said, you got Luke Shaw coming on before him, and even Luke Shaw, I'm sure, is going to be in this list as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? I don't watch England. Do they play the back three?
They mix it up these days. They're better with a back three.
Because Harry's comfortable in a back three.
He is.
He's got cover. Like, you play him in a 4, he's suicidal, mate.
Yeah.
And that's why he'll take him. If he plans to play a back 3, then Harry's going.
Well, that's what they said. If he plays in the back 3, is he better in the back 3 then?
He's better in the back 3.
Yeah, better in the back 3,
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where he got his name and price tag.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. From playing in the back 3, Norman. And then he comes to Old Trafford in the back 4, has a train crash.
But then that's what happens. I don't understand clubs or managers that get these players in and play them somewhere different to where they're playing for what made you want to buy them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kieran Trippier?
Oh, no. I think you know them guys that have one party trick?
Yep.
I think Kieran Trippier.
No, he's a decent footballer, man.
But is he?
It's only because he's from Tottenham.
But is he?
Listen, he was from Burnley. We had him. We got rid of him.
Well, look at what he's doing for Newcastle.
Oh,
Yes, scoring 3 kicks.
last season, and that's it. That's the part I'm talking about. The free kicks.
Free kick,
Yeah,
brother.
and
That's
all he's got.
corners.
That's all he's got, brother.
There's enough man in the team to take corners.
Why did why did he Chile? Why did he get rid of him from Tottenham?
Because we're
Oh, right, exactly. Right, move on.
I wouldn't have got rid of him.
Okay.
I say that we still didn't replace him.
I think he's okay, Chile. I think he's okay. I'm not saying he's a bad footballer, but when you've got Trent Arnold and Reece James, this guy.
Yeah. Point taken.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The only thing he provides over them guys is them free kicks.
He's right up there. He's the 12th there. Quickly.
But don't you think that Walker's going to start there?
Oh my God! Oh look, Chidi, you're making my point even more.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Walker, Trent, Reece James.
You got Ben.
No, I agree with you.
Ben plays on the opposite side, is it? Ben Chilwell, he plays at right back.
Yeah, left back.
Right, yeah, left back. Yeah. Okay, Jack Grealish
shouldn't be going, but he probably
not
will.
this year. He shouldn't be going this year.
Okay,
but he's an England fan favorite.
Yeah.
You should hear the fans when he's warming up, coming off the bench. They go crazy for Jack.
Yeah, because he's the lad.
He's the lad.
They love him.
Mate,
he's like Gazza, isn't he? He's got
exactly that. Yeah, he's got that Gazza effect. So he probably goes because of that, you know.
I think that's it. I think
the joke of the pack. Yeah.
Free holiday.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson.
Shouldn't be going.
Okay, let's move on there. Calvin Phillips. Obviously, he's got an injury at the moment. He's having a
Calvin. I'd rather
Calvin. No game time for Man City, and plus now
you can't
got a shoulder injury, and that's looking kind of possibly doubtful. Nick Pope, you everybody agree that he should go. Yeah. Trent Alexander.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think
I'm surprised he's that low down.
Yeah.
If you were to ask Shig to say no, and he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah. Okay. Eric Dyer.
No.
What, you're saying Eric Dyer not to go?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Have you seen the mistakes he makes for Tottenham?
Well, I'm sure yesterday you said he was a great player yesterday on the show.
Yeah. Yesterday.
No. I said he had a good game. There's a difference.
Okay. James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take him.
I'm on the fence.
Well, the thing is, you can't take Prowse and Bowen.
No, I wouldn't take Bowen.
Right.
You take Prowse over Bowen.
Yeah, West Ham are in the mud, man, and he ain't done nothing.
He ain't doing well at the
moment. He's not pulling up no trees there, is
he? James Madison over.
Over both of them.
Over Prowse, over Prowse, definitely. At least Prowse.
Connor Cody.
He's a veteran, but
currently at Everton on loan.
I would rather.
He's just going to hold bench term, Norm. You bring him, he's going to hold
Mings,
bench.
I think. Tyrone Mings, I'd rather over him.
Whoa. Okay, well he's on the list somewhere down.
Hang on a minute. Norman, this is your list, isn't it?
No, it's not. This is of Sky. It's of Sky.
Is it?
Seriously, yeah. I'm just going through the Sky. That's why I'm trying to click out the ads and that. Yeah, I'm trying to click out the ads. Tammy Abraham. Roll forward.
Does Tammy go?
Does Tammy go?
We got?
Not over Ivan Toney, but he should go.
Well, Ivan Toney's. Yeah, if you can see down, you can see Ivan Toney at 30.
Yeah. I think Ivan Toney deserves that place.
You got defender Tomori for AC
See
Milan.
what Toney does on Friday.
Yeah, that's what I think. The 2 games, if he gets some game time, Gay from Crystal Palace.
Nah, no chance.
Okay, Luke Shaw. No chance. Marcus Rashford.
Ooh, that's a
tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Has Marcus really let England down? The answer is probably no.
Not really.
So you probably take. So if Maguire's going on credit, then Rashford has to go on credit as well.
And also, if we're saying that Saka's done all right, then Rashford should be going as well.
Yeah, should be going. Yeah.
Okay. Ivan. Remember though, obviously, come November, it's a 20. Is it 26 man?
26, 23.
That's right.
20 something like that. So there's 40 names down here. Obviously, you've got Ben White, the defender, Arsenal, playing currently at right back.
Definitely shouldn't.
I've got my thoughts. I mean, I think he's doing a lot better than Harry Maguire, but then
they didn't like him last year. I was defending him.
Exactly, it was Harry Maguire. So Jadon Sancho.
That's another hard one.
And you know what? With Jaden,
I think he's having a decent start to the season.
Yeah, you have to look how he gets on. How he gets on in obviously October and November.
I've just noticed.
Well, October.
I've just noticed what I'll take over Bowen. Harvey Barnes over Bowen.
Right.
Because that man can rip up tree trunks. But I think Sancho should be in the mix. Right. He's got the qualities. He's got the minerals. Yeah. It's just whether Southgate is
Merson again. I know Chile doesn't really listen to his comments, but Merson again came out and said, forget him. He doesn't contribute enough goals. He's only scored 2 goals this season. So
who's that?
Merson, Paul Merson again.
On Jaden.
On Sancho, yeah.
On Sancho. Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to take this guy with a bit of.
Conor Gallagher, quickly.
No.
Smith Rowe.
No.
Conor Gallagher. If Chelsea play him in his correct position, then I think he'll go.
But who's he play over? You don't take Jude's place.
True. No, but it's a squad, isn't it? It's a squad.
Yeah, I guess so.
Smith Rowe. Well, we said that already, didn't we?
He's got to play more for Arsenal.
Yeah, at the moment, I don't think he's going to make it. Harvey Elliott for Liverpool.
I'd actually take Harvey.
I like him.
Take him.
I'd take him. Yeah, squad player. I'd take him. Yeah.
Yeah. Dean Henderson.
Nah, bro.
Absolutely.
Tyrone Mings. I think Ezra said he would take him.
I'll take him.
Ollie Watkins.
Nah.
And Joe Gomez.
Nah, he's falling off.
Yeah, Joe's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, then. Well, that was the.
So who's missing from that, Norm?
What's that from where?
Shaw wasn't on there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was on there.
Shaw was on there. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Now there's someone else missing on there. That Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, he was on there. He needed to be on there, in my opinion.
Yeah. As in, that's a decent squad player to bring.
I like him. In fact, I'll go as far as I'll take him at Chelsea. I'll take Harvey Barnes at Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right, where is it? Just got a couple of chats that I missed there. Murder looks a good player. Can't lie, I like him. I do like him.
He's good.
Breaking news: approaching Conte agrees deal to become Juventus head coach.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a joke.
That's Craig, the foreign reporter. Diego.
Brendan Rodgers hasn't been sacked, by the way. He has not been sacked.
I trusted my ex-palace manager. Southgate football is coming home. From Diego.
Stop it.
Grealish or Sancho.
Grealish
or Sancho.
Sancho.
Okay. Southgate will have the defense selected. It's his midfield that may give him trouble, I reckon. And Diego again saying, I've.
No, man, it'll take 6-7 right backs. Watch him.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Watch him the little foolishness.
Yeah.
And not
he probably would like last time.
Tone has to go as good cover for Kane. Playing through the middle, holding the ball up. You got to take a replacement for Kane.
Yeah.
Rather than wide forwards. So, yeah.
Okay, we're wrapping up now. Okay, so listen, this last point I want to make, and it's stop monkeying around. This is what Pedro Bravo, right? I think he's an agent. He was having a go at Vinicius for dancing, and obviously everybody read the news about what was going on in Real Madrid.
Who was it? Was it Jesus that danced?
Yeah, Jesus done it.
Like
Neymar did it as well. Just in support of him, Neymar did it again, and it's raised this ugly head again. DC United, Wayne Rooney against can't remember what club it was that they played at the weekend. I think it was Phil Neville's what's the name of the club that Phil Neville manages?
I forget he's out there.
Yeah, he manages
Beckham's one in Miami.
Into Miami. So there was an incident where DC United's defender racially abused Phil Neville, and basically they took the players off for a couple of minutes. Wayne Rooney decided to substitute the player that made the comment. Don't know what the comment was, but this whole racism thing it's reared its ugly head again. The situation with Vinicius in Spain. I've sent you the link. What are your thoughts on it quickly, gentlemen? Do you know what I mean? It seems like it's something that's not going to go away. You know, they're quick to when what's the name, kick the cat. They were quick to crucify him and do all of this.
Send him to prison.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean. Yeah, and this is a stupidness that we have to be dealing with again and again, week after week. It's happening all the time in football. It's ugly, and you know, there's no place for it at all in football. So just quickly, what are your thoughts on it before I just show you the Premier League, what's going on, prediction table, and we will be closing off the show. We've gone 2 hours and something minutes, but it's been the chat has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for staying with us. You know what I mean? It's international, so we said we're going to have a little chat, and that's what we're doing. And blame Chili because he came on late. Right. Anyway. So, guys. Got to
pay them bills.
Yeah, you know them boy there. But just quickly, guys, what are your thoughts on the thing? Stop. Listen, as I said in the thingy, man, keep on dancing, boys. Yeah, keep on dancing.
Yeah, keep dancing, yes. And the thing is, though, it's the same question that you were asking 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows what needs to happen.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything.
You know, the thing is as well, there's no point having the no to racism thing on your sleeves if it's not really, if you're deep down got that racist thing going on there,
kneeling down and all this. If you're
if you don't really mean it, then don't do it. And this is where I feel like that there's no real stance from the governing bodies. Hence why this thing keeps going on, because once it's proven, you should give these players a year ban with no salary and see if they don't change their mind with that behavior. You know, and it's in every walk of life. You know what I mean? I remember when I moved down to Crayford, Norman, with Telecom. And there was unfortunately a redneck Tottenham brother there, right? We was in a team briefing, and I gave my opinion on certain things that were going wrong with the team while we kept failing to get stuff right. And the man said, "What are you talking about, you Northern monkey?" Right? In a team briefing. Occasion. Yeah, bruh. And I said, "Man, I think I never heard you. You need to say that again, my brother." He said it again. I pinned him by his throat up against the wall in front of the whole unit. I said, "Say it louder. Say it louder now."
I think at that point he was choking to death.
Right. Yeah. And from that day, the man was just like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to let him know that I don't care who's watching. You're calling me a Northern monkey because I come from the Midlands. Are you mad? Nah,
Northern monkey, you know.
Yeah, in front of management and everything, you know. Shut your mouth, you Northern monkey. Nah, brother.
What do your managers have to say?
He said nothing to me.
Yeah, of course.
Next day he said to me, "D, you straight?" I said, "Yeah, I'm straight, bro." Just started up the unit and we got out of there and I got work done. But I had to just make a stance in there that, nah, not on my watch. No, and FIFA needs to do the same thing, not on their watch. Stop it. Ban them from a year, hurt them in their pocket, and move forward.
And if you've got fans that are doing it, make them play behind closed doors.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
But the abuse that he got from the Atletico Madrid fans and that, you know what I mean?
See, shocking. But you have to remember, Spain.
And then you've got this Pedro guy coming out and saying, "Stop monkeying around." Now,
foolishness.
You know what I mean? It doesn't help when you start using phrases like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? And that's, correct, Diego said, that's one of the reasons why Zaha doesn't take the knee. The powers that be need to lead by example, fine,
exactly that,
reduction of points, etc., etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hurt them where it hurts. If they have players doing that and them 3-point deductions cost them a Champions League spot, so be it.
Yeah.
Because now the club are going to look.
Do you remember when Sterling got abused at Chelsea?
Yep.
The guy that done it, if you go back and look at the stills, all the other Chelsea fans are pointing him out. You know what I mean?
So calling him out,
minority is not, you know, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
But listen, enough of that. It's tiring.
It's tiring. Listen, all we can do, you know, on our platform is just to call it out, continue to call it out.
That's right.
And anywhere else that's doing it, you know, it's totally wrong. We're all here. You know, when you cut my skin, we bleed the same color blood, I think. You know what I mean? Unless
well,
I'm an
the
alien.
three of us two, I'm not sure about you. You're good.
Unless I'm an alien, you know what I'm saying? Well, listen, if you cut Haaland's thing, all that comes out is wires.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a cyborg right now.
Did you see his overhead kick?
Yeah, insane.
How did you get your foot that high?
Exactly,
brother. It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
It's mad. But listen, guys. We have been going a marathon session tonight, but listen, I'm just going to quickly just share with you the what's going on prediction league table. As you can see there, Big D up there, top of the table,
still hanging on, boys, hanging on.
Chile on 6 points. So obviously, this is based on our game 6 predictions because we're always one game behind because we didn't predict the very first game of the games of the season. So we're always one game behind. So when we come to that, we'll have to work out what happens. But the only guys that got it right was Ez got 1 point for getting the outcome right. Spurs winning that game 6-2. I got the Everton game wrong. Everton winning that game 1-0 against West Ham.
Yeah.
And I said 2-1 to West Ham. I was so confident. Kofi had Arsenal losing 3-2 to Brentford.
Oh yeah,
take the 2 off, man. Change it around 3-0. You know it goes, bro. You know,
because I had 2-1, didn't I? No, 2-1 to Fulham.
2-1, 2-1.
And it was 3-2, weren't it? It was 3-2.
So you got 1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
As you can see, Ez is probably looking at that and saying, "Why am I not in 4th place?"
No, I like it. I like it. Don't worry, man. Because
you like it. You want to be you
alphabetically.
You like to be the underdog. You like to be the
Exactly.
Now I blame my son. He was meant to change that around, but I'm thankful he didn't do it. I don't look too bad.
I'm definitely meant to be above that relegation zone.
Yeah, you're definitely. And to be perfectly honest, it was based on like if we did it on first name basis or surname basis, then I should be then in 4th place because Ed's second surname begins with an O. But we I said let's leave it to first name basis. You know what I'm saying? So listen, Big D's up there on 7 points, Chile on 6. Kofi on 3, myself and Ez on 2 points each. So we're 6 games in, and D is looking like, you know what I mean, he's challenging for the title.
I'm steady eddying.
Steady eddying, yeah. So listen, we will not we're not going to pick any games this week because obviously internationals. But next week Wednesday, big massive North London derby, the Manchester derby. There's so much games to look forward to come the end of the international break, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully Arsenal can go into that big North London derby. It's going to be one of the biggest North London derby games ever played, and it's first against third. Tottenham are unbeaten. Arsenal are riding on a crest of a wave at the top of the league, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But listen, guys, the people in the chat, thank you. Please subscribe and share. Please hit the like button if you're new. On our way, as I said, to 300. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for staying it out with us. You know what I mean? Listen, when it comes to international food, there's not a lot to talk about, but we managed to find a lot to talk about this evening. And I'd like to thank everybody. And listen, Kofi wasn't on tonight. He's away in Italy. He's gone to Naples, as I say, in transit to Naples, and then he's moving on from that. But what I'm understanding, I'm just waiting to hear the report, the forensic report of what happened in Naples. So hopefully next week or when he comes back, he will give us a report on why they lost 4-1 in Naples. But listen, people, it's been great. Thank you so much. And please, again, smash the like button, subscribe and share if you're new, and we'll see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care, everybody. God bless.